Hello everybody, CozyAzeroth here with Susan as usual.
Hello.
And we are going to do some cozy neighborhood endeavors. Momentarily. I'm still getting this weird notification that my graphics driver is out of date, but I don't see how to update it, so I'll have to deal with that later. It doesn't seem to keep me from getting logged into the game though.
Yeah, mine's still on there too.
So, don't know what that's all about.
I got the Twitch drop.
Oh wow, I haven't been watching enough Twitch to get it. That's good.
So you have until February 24th.
Yeah, I just need to throw it on in the background one of these days. Okay, I'm in. I'm gonna check my mail before I do anything. That's auction house stuff. Okay. I'm gonna just take the little neighborhood Hearthstone thing, teleport to plot. It's funny, the moment I sit down to use the mouse, I get the tingling in my hand.
So we need to
figure out why.
Figure out what we can do, what you can do to
well,
have a better setup.
Some people were saying that if you get I googled it a little bit, and that if you get like a towel to put under your elbow and maybe like one of those wrist rest mouse pads that can help keep your nerves straight so the nerves aren't being compressed.
Okay, I have one of those at work.
I don't have one. I should get one because it just keeps your wrist straight. You know, so it just could be something as simple as like my arm being bent in the wrong way and pinching a nerve. You know. Okay. It's dark. I'm gonna use my little toy to make it brighter because I really don't like playing at night. Oop! It is the jar of sun-warmed sand. Yes. There we go. Oh, like that. It's daylight in the neighborhood. Better. Okay. Happier. Where you're in the neighborhood already, right?
I'm just running around, connecting things.
Oh, I gotta get in Discord. Julia's gonna join us. Julia Deer on Twitch, so she should be joining us momentarily. She's a little under the weather though, so she may not want to stream, but can at least be in the voice chat. Just going to check out my little neighbor's plot here. Check out this little fountain thing. That's fun. It's like Spa City over here.
You may want to have like a public bathhouse or something.
Very Roman. What was that old TV show where you try to guess the word, they give you clues and you couldn't? Was it the Pyramid Show?
Pyramid, $25,000
pyramid, whatever it was. I remember there was an old episode of that where the word was orgy, and so the clue that someone kept giving was like Roman party. Someone goes orgy.
I mean, that worked. Cool. That's a good clue, though.
Roman party. What was that? Was that Roman tombstone that they? It's on the Appian Way. I think it says bathhouses and wine and Venus, which means sex, of course. Ruin your body, but make life worth living. That's what someone's inscription says on their tombstone.
Okay.
Oh, we have more lucky dues to pick up. We got to pick up these lucky dues and the. Oh, there's Julia coming. I think maybe she just logged in. So let's see. I got to remember where we were at here. We were gathering lucky dues and these berries. And I got to look at the housing endeavors here to see where we were at. Oh yeah, working on Be a Good Neighbor. Yeah, but I've kind of maxed out the points on some of these other other ones, the smaller
Well-
tasks.
Well, there's one that's now worth 0 points.
Right. So, right.
But the rest of them now, a lot of them now are still worth or only worth like 5 points now.
Right. Exactly. So I'm going to work on. I think I'm going to work on being a good neighbor right off the bat.
Yeah. I'm kind of working on collecting and be a good neighbor as I can find things.
And we can go kill Hopemoor Hosen.
Oh yeah.
And gather resources in Kunlai Summit. And harvest lumber, of course, and defeat some bosses. We got to do a.
I need to go harvest more lumber. I haven't harvested any.
I think I'm going to meander around and do some neighborhood improvements here real quick if I can find them. Like the weeds and whatnot.
Oh, I definitely need to also gather some more resources.
The weeds are hard to see. Like, oh, here's some like sticks in the road. You can pick up the sticks in the road.
Oh, on the way to the.
Or just on random places on the road, there are sticks
I
you can.
haven't seen any sticks.
Yeah, they're not everywhere.
Yeah, I just kind of like mouse around and.
Yeah, likewise. That's all you can do.
And like I do it like on the you can a lot of times too find the cobwebs on the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's loose cobblestones though everywhere.
The weeds are great because I have herbalism, so I can not only get the weeds, but I can pull up the roots and stuff.
Yeah, that definitely you get like double the points. That's why I'm glad I switched to herbalism because that's the only reason I was able to really start getting some more points.
Well, I used to have back when I first started playing. Back in the day, I had mining and skinning. And then I realized that I'm killing things all the time. I might as well do, or I'm walking around the world all the time. I might as well do herbalism. It's easier to find than the mining stuff. And so I switched to herbalism and never looked back. But now I don't see any weeds at all.
Hey guys, you there?
Hey, we're here.
Hi.
How's it going?
All right.
You want to stream together, or are you just not feeling like streaming because you're not feeling good?
Yeah, I probably don't want to cough in people's ears.
Well, you are coughing in my viewers' ears, but that's okay. Because I'm streaming right now.
I'm trying to mute it when I cough. So.
Oh.
I'm trying, but if I may fail at that occasionally.
That's okay.
We're just walking around doing neighborhood stuff.
Do you see how close we were?
Oh, I didn't look. No. Oh, yeah, we are close, very close to the first milestone.
Hold on 1 second. No, I've had plenty of tea. If I drink any more tea, I'll just be peeing all night long. I've had so much tea.
Amber came over for tea a little while ago. That was nice.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
That's one nice thing about living in the same town as Amber. She comes by semi-regularly now. It's nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
It's been a long while since you lived in the same town as your sister.
Yeah, quite a long time. That's nice, actually. Amber and I get along better than we used to. So.
You two never really didn't get along.
Yeah, we did, though. We used to antagonize... When we were kids, we used to antagonize each other, and then we just chose very different life paths, and so we had a fundamental misunderstanding about that, you know what I mean?
Well, yes, but, I mean, I think you always got along better when you guys gave each other credit.
That's probably true. I think, and especially after Dad died, it's just like, what's the point of not getting along? Might as well just have a good time. Put it all in perspective.
Absolutely.
I like these endeavors. They are like, I like grindy content, but this is like extremely grindy.
So our community is at 86 of 500. If you look at the endeavor bar.
I'm checking it out right now.
Not at milestone 1.
We're at 101 out of 500.
Okay.
Take that, kith and kin.
Yeah, I guess so.
just want my espresso machine. Then I'll be free to change neighborhoods.
How often is Researchers Under Fire happening? It's one of those down in the Zeralic Caverns events, and I don't know. It happens, I don't know, on the hour, on the half an hour, something. How am I supposed to remember all these things?
I can't. That's the thing. I just gave up. I don't remember anything about how anything works in the game anymore. There's too many things.
Now,
Can't do
my
it.
love, can we, I wonder if we do if we have like the same, if we can do the same invasive weed, like after, like if I do one, if it just goes away, or if you could do it too.
I have not noticed.
Do you want to
come over and check?
Do you want to come find me?
Give me a second.
I see one right here.
We have to clean up. As part of your endeavor, do you have to clean up your neighborhood?
I mean, it doesn't say that, but there are places to clean. Like, okay, hold on. Be a good neighbor.
Yeah.
Helpful and friendly deeds.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep,
yes,
we have that exact. That's part of ours as well. So
yeah, I do have that. I've been just picking up trash and like whatever, I see that like
sticks and stones, literally. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, and if you pet the little doggies and kitties, it gives you credit too.
See, we found like
once a day.
Once a day, it let us like.
You can't pet every dog and every cat. Once you pet a dog or a cat, you're done for the day.
Then you're done for the day. That's what we've noticed for us.
With pet petting.
All right, so my love, do you want to try to do it together?
Yeah, sure. Can we do a countdown?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, click. I got credit.
I did too. Okay, ready?
3, 2, 1, click. Synchronized weed cutting. I did not get credit for that one. Oh, I got neighborly points, but I didn't gather anything.
So. This tune is not a herbalist,
Mm-hmm.
but I pulled a weed, and then there was this hole in the ground, and then it said requires herbalism.
Yeah, just from pulling the weed, you should get some neighborly points. But you can't.
I'm sure I did.
But you can't then use herbalism on the roots or whatever's left over after doing it.
Yeah, so I changed. Okay. I changed because I didn't have herbalism on this character, and I changed it just so I could get the points for herbalism.
Got it.
Oh.
I am far too far along in this blacksmithing and
yeah.
mining.
I just earned my 40 points for be a good neighbor.
Nice. I'm trying to do that right now because it said it was going to be another 14 minutes or something until the next Zeralic Caverns event thing, and I don't. Apparently, I have to do that. I never liked that event, so I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah, I just gave up a long time ago. There's so many events, and the game's gotten so big.
Well,
I don't even know what to do.
For this neighborhood thing, it wants me to port over to
Gotcha.
Rome, the Zeralic Caverns, and it wants me to complete the Researchers Under Fire event completed. Yeah, you get 50 points for that. So I was thinking I might want to do it because 50 points is not a small amount. It's a good chunk of points. I have not found very many incense bundles. I don't know if you have to collect incense.
We don't know. Mm-mm. Oh, I completed looting more lucky dues.
Oh, I don't have that one.
Yeah. This is very
neighborhood specific stuff here.
Oh, I can mend the fences now.
You can?
Yep.
You couldn't before?
Nope.
No.
It said requires midnight when I tried to do it.
Weird. I guess it was a glitch.
But it was yeah.
Okay, well I'm gonna.
Yep. So if you see a fence that needs mending, you should be able to mend it now.
The one that I said I wanted to put back out here. No, I'm not using it right now. No, I wanted to put it back out here, but why? What do you need it for? Yeah, you can use it. I think you stuck it in the sewing room.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm mending the fence.
Yeah, there we go. Bug
fences.
fixing.
I have done that. I have not had trouble mending fences. Not, I have had some trouble mending proverbial fences on occasion in my life.
Yeah.
But literal fences, I do.
I'm better at burning bridges than mending fences, you know?
Yeah. Okay, I got the help. What is this one? Help sniffing seekers. Okay, help sniffing seekers. Oh yeah, okay, I need to do 3 more, so. Interesting.
You can fix the loose cobblestones, that's fun.
There's not a lot of fences needing mending around here.
They're around.
Yeah, they're around occasional fences.
Lots of sticks on the ground, though. Here's a fence that needs mending.
Yeah, I don't see any sticks.
Oh, that's weird. There's sticks. It's
like you see sticks on the ground.
with them.
Oh, you see, I'm not seeing those. But are they not in like the town square? Oh shoot.
No, they're more like not right in the middle of the town square. They're like more like on the road out of town.
On the road, yeah, kind of.
Gotcha.
In various directions.
Invasive weed. There we go.
It was nice to be in Vacaville today. We went stop at the farmer's market and had tamales from Ricardo's mom.
Cool.
And did the stuff in storage. Came back with some things to sell. Someone was giving away at the storage thing. You know, they always have the piles of shit people are getting rid of. There was so there were 3 boxes of these unpainted ceramic things, Christmas ornaments and statues and things, and there were like 3 full boxes of them. So we grabbed those too. Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. You know, someone will buy them. It didn't seem like they're worth very much. I did a quick little kind of spot check on eBay. You know, $3 or $4 or $5 a piece, but there's probably, how many would you say are in there? 200 maybe?
At least 200.
Oh, geez, that's a lot.
Maybe not quite 200. 150.
150 to 200.
Yeah, sell the whole lot or do them one at a time. I don't know. You know.
Yep. Even if you sold $1 a piece, that's, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
$150 you didn't have before.
They seem to be going for between $3, $4, $5 a piece for the little ornaments, and you know, a few bucks more for the bigger statues and things.
That's cool. You have a higher tolerance for selling things and packaging things than I do.
I have no tolerance for packaging things. Susan is going to help me package things.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in charge of the packaging. And
yeah, I'm selling. She's shipping.
That's the reason. Well, there's lots of reasons, but many reasons that I don't sell things online is because I don't.
That's why I sell.
I don't have any tolerance for wanting to be motivated to selling the things or talking to the people.
Yeah.
That's why the digital download sales are great. You don't have to do very much.
Yeah. The only part I like about it is, you know, connecting people with things that you know are not useful to one person but are to another. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So the internet's for it, right?
Like that. Well, right, because there's so much stuff that goes in landfills just because people like me are too lazy to sell them.
Yeah, it's a shame, actually. You know.
It is a terrible.
That's why Robert and I used to make money dumpster diving because people throw away all kinds of good stuff. You know.
I know, and I don't like that about myself, but it's true though, nonetheless. Like that is a part of me that I'm gonna try
to be better about not hoarding as much and selling things I don't really plan to use. You know.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
It's hard though. I mean, you saw how much every single box we open in storage. Like, oh man, there's so much stuff here, and some of it's good stuff, and some of it's sentimental, and it's all mishmashed together.
I don't actually really care about keeping the stuff so much as I care about not having to sell it.
Yeah, I care about keeping the things. I'm sentimental. Every little thing's a memory. Like, oh, I remember this, and you know.
I'm not really all that sentimental about
You're
this
not.
stuff.
You're not. I am.
No. I'm gonna throw a watermelon. Oh, I'm in the wrong zone. I can't throw the watermelon.
Gather more of these berries so I can trade them in and do the kaffa sales as well. The kaffa drinks. There's some sleepy neighborhood members around, and you basically get these berries that are kaffa berries as opposed to kaffa berries, and then you trade them into one of the Grumble guys, and he gives you what was it called?
I think it's a cappuccino.
Cappuccino, and then you hand it to the sleepy residents and perk them up. That's one of the things we have to do. So that's right up my alley.
That's fun.
It is fun, yeah.
I guess you have a whole Pandaria type theme going on with the whole.
Yes.
You know.
Kunlai Summit, yeah.
Mine is Loam Niffin themed.
Mm.
Zerolet Cavern.
That does not sound as interesting to me.
No, not at all. I don't care about this at all.
At least I get to make coffee, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds better. Although I wasn't a huge fan of Pandaria in general, but
oh, really? I love Pandaria.
But I do think that the cooking and the coffee and all that, the endeavors that you're describing sound more interesting.
Pandaria suited my gameplay style. Slow down, you know? As the Pandarans say. Oh, there's a stick pile. I'll need a few more points to get my neighborhood improvement thing done here.
Yeah, I have gotten really close to leveling up to level 4.
There we go.
Got personal house level.
Nice.
Nice. I'm still at level 2.
I'm almost to level 4.
Oh.
Yeah, that's.
Wow, you are. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess both of us are then, Zach.
I'm almost to level 3.
Oh, nice. I still blame on just the fact that we've been playing longer. That's what I think. We've done more things.
That's true.
Yeah, I think that's probably right. Okay. Oh, I have enough berries. I can go trade in some berries and make cappuccinos for everybody. I have a day at home tomorrow, which is going to be glorious.
Yep.
Sell some things on eBay and play some WoW and do some retro things. And
I might be home tomorrow, depending on how sick I'm feeling. I might not need to drive. I hardly ever don't go.
Sounds awful.
And I feel terrible, like if I don't take them to band. But
yeah, of course. But you have to take care of yourself, which is, I know, as a mom, is hard to do.
Yeah.
Or it's easy to neglect yourself.
Yes, it is.
There you go. Have a cappuccino.
But if I'm feeling really shitty, though, I really don't want to do that drive. Even though I don't have to do much once I'm there, it's a heck of a drive.
Mm-hmm. All
the way down to South City. It's basically the same drive, Zach, for you doing the airport down there. You know,
mm-hmm.
It's
gotten so much worse.
It's one exit before the airport.
Yeah. It's gotten so much worse though. I mean, it's just there's so much traffic.
Yeah, there's a lot of traffic, and people are losing their damn minds when they're driving. I'm like, what are you doing? Trying to kill everybody.
There are some bad drivers on the road right now.
That is so true.
Ever. You're like, what? You know, in what world that you like not at all, like, I don't even know, think that you can get injured, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is happening in your brain that you think you're somehow above it?
It's bad in this area. It's such an affluent area over here. It's just people run red lights like people run red lights like crazy. They drive way too fast. They're impatient.
Well, the other day, I saw online that they had closed down 80 after an accident right there next to the Honda dealership. And
yeah.
people, of course, posted pictures and stuff like that of pictures they had taken when they were passing by before they had closed off the road. And I mean, you could still see the body on the road.
Mhm.
Jeez.
Terrible. I think they made them take it down afterwards. They only say they kept the picture where the body was covered, but the pictures that the lady had put up, or guy, I don't remember, where you could still see his like clothing and shoes and stuff and like all that. They made him take it down. Apparently he was not seatbelted because they said it was fatal, like right then and there.
Wow.
Because he was ejected from the vehicle.
Jeez.
Jesus.
And I mean, that's the kind of like, that's what I'm talking about though, is that what was going through that young man's mind, because he was a young man, that's who died, that he thought he was, you know, somehow impervious to
Too cool to be thrown through a windshield, you know, whatever.
Yeah, I was like, you know, you don't, there's nothing special about you that means that you're gonna like defy physics.
Exactly. You
can't stop suddenly going 70 with no seatbelt on and not fly through the window. Goodness, terrible.
I've perked up my sleepy residence with cappuccinos. Speaking of
sad.
Speaking of deaths, I saw our friendly neighborhood ICE agents murdered another American today.
I did hear that they had murdered someone else. Yeah, was it an American or was it a
Yes?
Yeah, American.
Illegal.
Nope.
Not that it matters. I mean,
it doesn't matter. That it's a bit of a red herring. Oh, hello, my love. There you are.
But it was a American citizen, and I didn't know this part, but Zach's mom was saying it was an ICU nurse.
Terrible.
Who happened to have a gun which he was possessing legally.
Yeah, well, these ICE agents are out of control.
Yes, they are.
Oop.
It's terrible. I don't know what in the world is happening to our country, but
Nothing good right now.
Yeah,
we shouldn't be surprised, though, you know, with fucknut in office, you know.
Exactly.
I mean,
exactly. That's all you could say.
We all kind of saw it coming. Well,
yeah.
I guess I'll do more neighborly things here.
Yes, I'm pollinating flowers. There's one thing you have to do in ours where you have to click on these bees and just kind of like walk over foliage and flowers, and then the little bee or whatever gets a little heart on it, and I guess
that's fun.
Although sometimes it's a little challenging to get the bees to like fly over the flowers. They don't exactly walk in a perfectly straight line.
Come on, bees.
Or I guess fly. There you go. Not walk. They're not walking bees. They're flying. Goodness. Yeah, they had. I heard they pepper sprayed some guy after he was down too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you saw that. There was some other guy, not the guy that they killed, but some other guy. They showed there was a video of them. They tackled him to the ground, and there's 3 guys holding him down, and like another guy came up with pepper spray and just like shot him straight in the face.
I don't understand. What kind of crappy human do you have to be to want to be part of that organization?
Well, I guess one that needs money, or one that's got a real power trip, or I don't know, or one that's
power trip
drank the Kool-Aid or thinks that they're doing somehow everyone a favor. I don't know.
Kool-Aid drinking power trip sounds about right.
Yeah, I guess. What's this?
It's funny, there's this thing called free range. There's a cow walking around. It says free range cow, but he has a little bell on.
How cute.
Oh, isn't that a cute
So
little
have you
cow?
been to the little vendor that sells like items for your house? And
You mean
Yes.
for the Endeavor vendor?
Endeavors, yes.
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah. That mine has the espresso machine I want.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's cooler than my stuff, but my stuff's pretty cool too.
And then the one on our Horde neighborhood, it has the hookah pipe right now.
Oh, I haven't even.
And the
I haven't even
hookah pipe was cute. Was pretty cool.
I don't think I've made a horde house yet. I think I only have this house.
I have the best little horde house in Azeroth.
Yeah, I just don't think I've been on a horde tune since this whole thing.
That joke will never get old.
They will never get old, Marla. It's a good one.
Easily amused. Easily amused. Always have been. It only takes a minute to find the neighborhood improvements to do, though. They're not easy to see.
Do you guys have the snail delivery system thing? Probably not.
No, I don't think so. Mm-mm.
Gotcha. Yeah, we have that big slick in the city guy.
Oh, my love, do you want to take that portal and do some of the things over there?
Yeah, if you want
I think
to.
they're worth a little bit more now because we haven't really done too many of them.
Yeah.
Because I still need to gather all those resources.
I was just gathering or cleaning up these sticks and fixing the the cobblestones and whatnot. Yeah. Let me come find you and we'll take the portal.
Okay, I'll meet you.
Kunwai Summon, here we come.
I'll meet you at the portal.
We gotta kill Hosen and do other things.
And like.
Gather resources and things.
I don't have like. Yeah. Oh no.
We can do more fishing probably if you wanted to. Fishing's a way to gather resources.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can. I don't know. I think right now I want to try to see if I can gather some herbs, and I need to harvest lumber.
There we are.
And then I need of the complete quests. You need complete 5 quests. I have 1 done. So
oh, I don't think I have any actually. So yeah, let's do it.
My house is now a level 4 house.
Nice. Well, do you have to do anything to upgrade? Like, what happens when you hit level 4? Do you have to go do the architect or something? What do you do?
Yeah, you got to go to that guy in the house and tell him you want to upgrade.
Right.
Okay. I got a little flash up on my screen that says your house is ready for upgrade.
Ah, okay. There's some wood right over here. Alright, so what's our game plan here? Let's look at what we need to do.
I have a couple. Well, I have this 1 quest.
Yeah, I don't have any quests done. I do need to kill more Hosen.
Let's go do that.
Kill Hosen?
Yeah.
I missed it.
We just need to find a Hosen neighborhood here.
I missed the researchers under fire. That's annoying.
I think they were down in this, kind of this part of the woods, weren't they? Were they down here?
I think so.
Can't remember now. See any Hosen around?
I see some herbs.
Which are not Hosen.
I see some wood.
Oh, sorry, do you want me to stop? These Hosen. Horde trade. No, those aren't Hosen. Do you want to do herbalism, or do you want me to find Hosen?
Well, that's fine. Yeah, let's go find the Hosen and then.
I feel like I'm not in the right area after all. I don't see any Hosen around here.
I don't remember where we found. I don't remember how we found
It must be
that
up.
area last night.
Must be up farther north. Down here, maybe. I think they were down here, right? Oop, my game is locking up here. There we go.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know what's up. I'm getting quite a bit of lag here. Oh, now it's back. Okay. We're good.
Did you have to update your graphics card?
I don't know how to do that. I couldn't find a way to do it to make Blizzard happy. Did you do it? How did you do it?
Yeah, I had to because it wouldn't let me open WoW without it.
Oh, I can open WoW, but how did you go about updating? Did you go right to NVIDIA's website? What did you do?
Well, you could, when it prompted me to do it, it
Mhm.
gave me a link to NVIDIA's website, but I just used the, what do you call it? The GeForce thing. Hold on, what is it called? That we have on our computer by default.
Okay, I'll have to check that out. You seem to understand all of that infrastructure more than I do these days.
I don't know. I don't think so, but I think you're giving me more credit than is due, but I muddled through most of the time. Hi, Blue. Hey, buddy.
All right, I got credit for one of those. Oh, my house is ready to level up. Level 4. Boom.
See, we just did it.
So we can keep killing more Hosen. Let's see here. Where is it? Kill Hosen. Where are you? Oh, right there. You want to keep killing more Hosen? They're pretty easy to kill. My bad.
Yeah. Let me see where I am. I'm only at 14 or 20.
But I'm at 15 XP point, or whatever it is. What are those points? What are those? Yeah, Endeavor progress points for killing more Hosen. So
I'm at 20.
So it's still worth it to do.
Yeah, and I still need to kill 6 more to get.
Let's do it. They aren't going to kill themselves. Let's do it.
Wouldn't be much
I
fun if you
wonder.
did.
Make it easier.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like they've changed the graphics a bit. At least, I don't know, that's what it seems like.
Well, I noticed that the little progress health meters above the enemies have changed.
Yes. Yes.
What other changes have you noticed?
Just general graphics changes in older areas.
Oh, really?
When I went into the Loam, when I went into the Zerolet caverns, they appeared to be significantly improved.
Really?
Brighter colors, yeah, sharper edges, some new things on the ground, just more detail.
I just have this looted this alcoholic beverage, a Hosen Cuervo.
I mean, I could be wrong and just making it up, but
I don't know. I don't know.
yes, I don't know either. Emma's not playing with her cat, and her cat's like meowing at her. He just wants to play and hug you, and he misses you when you don't play with him. Yeah, he's like crying.
Oh, poor thing.
Yep.
Oops.
He's so funny, Blue. You're happy now? She picked you up? You upside down with your feet in the air? So happy? Some attention and some scratches?
It's fun to have a reason to visit old parts of the world. And that's something I've asked for a long time. You know, it's not exactly how I would have done it, maybe, but it, you know, it's here we are hanging out in Pandaria. Yeah. Nonetheless.
That always reminds me of the scene in The Sound of Music. Whenever anyone says nonetheless, in The Sound of Music, she's talking about how badly the kids need new clothes or something like that. And
I don't remember that scene.
no, yeah, and then she's talking about wanting fabric or whatever. And then she ends up having the whole thing where she uses the drapes or something like that.
Oh, yeah, right.
At some point, somebody says, nonetheless, new ones have been ordered. Like she's arguing with something about something, and it's just funny. They have such a prim and proper view of the world. Like, it doesn't make any difference what we need or what we want or what's going to happen because new ones have been ordered. What's that?
Alright, I got another credit for another kill Hosen. So I'm down to 10 points per completion of that now. But you might as well do it. Just max it out and get that done. I guess. Oh, are you dying, my love? Here, I'll come help.
Oh, I didn't even realize.
Immunity coupons, is that the currency? Yeah.
Oh, the Shaw is up. You want to go do the Shaw of Anger?
Oh, yeah.
Want me to come pick you up?
Yes.
Hope we can get there in time here. Hop on.
Sorry, I just saw some wood. It's hard to find the wood.
It is. Oh, no, they already killed it.
Oh, okay.
Kill rares and Zerolet caverns. I could do that.
Hard to find the wood?
Yeah, I can't.
It's on the other side here? Oh, now it's gone. It was here and now it's gone.
Because, like, every time I come up on one, all these other guys keep coming up and taking it before I
Yeah, they're not very many of them. I'm just going to keep killing Hosen here for a minute. There's herbalism.
Oh, I need one more Hosen to get the... Oh, got it.
am really gonna miss the pet battling in the next expansion.
Me too. I'm sad.
Super sad about that. Yeah.
They take away all the good things.
I think that was a very bad decision, but
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
I suppose they would know, not me, right?
Well, they need to stop doing that, introducing a feature only to take it away, or introduce something only to change it, or introduce a system that they never use. Like, think globally here. If you're going to introduce something, it's got to stick around forever.
Or at least...
Like my talents that they keep changing, to my annoyance. Stop changing my talents. Spent years getting them the way I want them. Yeah, I don't know what it's going to take for Congress to wisen up and just impeach Trump and be done with it, Actually remove him from office this time.
I don't know.
In the meantime, oh, go ahead, but
it just feels very much like, I don't know. I know a lot of even his own followers are getting a little bit fed up with him at this point. A few of them are even saying, not disparaging things, not anything as drastic as they disagree with something, but like, I don't know, just like shaking their heads a bit, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And, so.
Well, they can grow up here and do something about it then,
Just seems to me though there's enough of them that are still still totally in agreement that I would guess that we'd have a small civil war, at least a tiny uprising on our hands if he was impeached.
I don't know.
No either. Just seems likely.
The conservative religious people on Facebook that I know seem to be posting the same old crazy shit every day.
Right.
Crazier even.
Yes.
As time goes on.
On track. Oh no. Oh, I'm not finding any rares.
Like, did you know that Renee Nicole Good is in hell now?
So why are they villainizing her for getting killed?
Oh, because of her rebelliousness and her living her life in sin,
Yes, and yeah, that
quote unquote. Yeah, exactly, right. That's what people are saying, it's crazy shit. How many more hosen do I need here? Oh, I'm down to 5 points apiece for completing this now. Do you want to move on to do other stuff, or do you want to keep killing hosen?
Well, I just need 2 more.
Oh, let's do it.
For my at 10.
Here's one right here.
Okay, got it.
Nice. Now, should we gather resources,
Yeah.
or do you want to fish, or do you want to do herbalism,
I kind
or just hunt for lumber? Or?
if we, well, I mean, the fishing actually would be a lot easier because
Mhm. Should we
because
find
I'm
a little?
trying to get the lumber, but it just is so hard. It's like there's not a whole lot, and
Oh, sorry. So you're getting attacked.
I got a toy. Neat.
Fun.
Didn't know that was a thing. Guess it's a thing.
So fishing?
yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to, but
Yeah, I like fishing. We'll just go over to the coast here and do a little fishing.
well, see, now I'm seeing a whole bunch of
Lumber.
lumber and herbalism.
Maybe you want to stop and get them?
Yeah.
There's some lumber right here somewhere, I think.
Oh, I see it.
To go. I can't get it after you, right? I guess I can. Yep, okay. You want to just make our way to the coast and loot anything we find on the way?
Yeah, because I see some herbalism up here.
Yeah, I
but
mean, that's the wrong way, but we can go that way.
it's the wrong way.
Well, if we're going to the coast, but it's okay. We have to fight this little terracotta warrior, probably. Or maybe not. Where's the herbalism? It's up here somewhere.
Oh, there's tons over here.
There's one right here.
Oh, I see it.
There's more herbalism over here. Where is it? Oh, wait, how come I don't see it?
Phew.
Is it down the road?
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, it's right here.
Oh, okay, I see it.
There's wood over here. Should we try to click on it together?
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Mhm.
3, 2, 1, click. See if it works. I got it.
So did I.
Good.
The lumber is a little annoying because you only get one, and you need 60.
Right.
What do you need lumber for?
It's part of our Endeavor stuff.
Endeavor quest, yeah.
There's some lumber over here. This way. Or are you?
I was just checking to see. Gosh, I only have 8 of 60.
That's all right. We'll just get them as we find them. I'll wait for you. Okay. 3, 2, 1, click. I'm still going to make my way over to the coast too.
Okay, I'm ready.
There's some herbalism right in our path up ahead.
Quite a bit.
Kill this porcupine first. Okay. Oh, porcupine.
I love how they tell you now, like right under the bad guy's like health bar, who interrupted.
Oh, really? I didn't notice that.
Mm-hmm. It's like my favorite thing. I love that. Specifically states like.
Okay, there was lumber there and it just went away.
I've been
I know
noticing
you
that
do that.
that happens. It's been happening quite a lot.
Well, here's one of your pet battle masters here. Oh no, it's one of these gold level gold.
Impossible.
Rather unlikely to be able to do that. I have not had much luck with that. Like, as in 0 luck. I'm gonna look at my progress here on the gathering resources. 18 out of 100. So, you're fishy fishy. As Ernie used to say. I got so much stuff in my bag, it's ridiculous. Okay. Let's sell some stuff here. Oh, are you using the mount too?
Yeah, because I forgot I needed to repair my stuff.
Let me know when you're done with them out there. Excuse me. No, it's okay. Oh, someone's on their fishing raft. I was good thinking about doing that. That's funny. Fishing raft is one of my favorite things in the game. Did you ever get the fishing raft, Julia?
Nope.
Not enough fishing in Pandaria?
Okay, my love, I'm done.
Or the water strider mount?
I got several water strider mounts, but not the one that you get from there, no.
Ugh, so many junk items I'm fishing up and keep running out of room in my bag. Fresh squeezed limeade.
You got a deep fried candy bar?
Mm-hmm. Deep fried candy bar, yeah. The Pandaran like their food. Where'd Diana go, by the way?
Dude, get the heck out of here.
Oh, that's why. I was clicking the wrong potion. For some reason I have Brawler's Guild potions on my frickin' bar. It's not gonna help me.
One of these days, you guys are going to have to do an intervention and force me to clean my bags out. Well, I'm up to about 3,200 programs. My list of type-in programs in the spreadsheet I'm making. So that's pretty good. You there, Julie?
Yeah, sorry, I had myself muted because I was coughing. I didn't notice that I hadn't unmuted myself.
Did you ever have a Commodore 64, Julia?
Yes.
Did you see that they released a brand new one, a retro brand new one?
I did not.
Someone acquired the rights to Commodore about a year ago, and since then they've been working on re-engineering a brand new Commodore 64, totally reverse compatible with the old Commodore 64, but with some modern upgrades. And it's available for purchase right now. HDMI output on top of other things, better input-output stuff for modern ways of saving things and whatnot. But plays all the cartridges, runs all the old programs, everything. Same keyboard layout.
Interesting.
It is interesting. Makes me want to dive back into the retro game development and make a go selling retro software.
I do not know how to siphon these guys. I don't understand.
I never had a Commodore 64, so I'm not that familiar with it. Wish I had more disposable cash. I'd pick one up, one of the new ones. But that'll have to wait. Yeah, these new kinds of integrated circuits. I forget what they're called. There's an acronym for them. But they're basically programmable integrated circuits that can be programmed to do what pretty much any old integrated circuit will do. So that's what they did. They took one of these programmable integrated circuits and basically programmed them to completely function as if they're a Commodore 64 on the inside. But it's not an emulator. It actually literally replicates what happens inside the integrated circuit. Yeah, it's quite interesting. But apparently it's a really powerful and relatively easy way to bring old circuits to life without having to custom engineer a new integrated circuit. Very powerful for that kind of engineering. You fish up a something?
A what?
You fished up a Warstone's Mantle of the Harmonious?
Oh no. It was something that I had in my.
Oh, I was like, where'd that come from?
No, I was just going through some stuff.
Hey,
Like, there were like stuff from I don't even know when that I needed to open. That like open this and you might have something. I'm like, oh cool, I'll open it.
Like it's bugging me that I can't think of the acronym of what kind of integrated circuit that is. So I'm going to see if I can find it real quick. Programmable Logic Array, PLA, is the type of chip it is. Oh wait, no, that might be the old, hold on here. Commodore 64 Ultimate. FPGA. What does that stand for? FPGA chip. Field Programmable Gate Array. Type of configurable integrated circuit that can be repeatedly programmed after manufacturing. Blah, 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 blah. Programmable logic blocks that can be configured in the field to interconnect with other logic blocks to perform various digital functions. So yeah, it's basically it's like an all-in-one, all and everything in the toolbox kind of integrated circuit, and you can literally just program it to tell it what to connect on the inside, and boom, it replicates almost any integrated circuit you want.
Huh.
Processors or otherwise. It is very interesting. Yeah, I mean, what a way of bringing back retro hardware than having to have custom things manufactured. You know.
Yeah.
It's
Good
really
idea.
good idea. I wish I knew more about how to do that. I mean, I can learn it, of course, but you know, I wish someone would do the same thing with the TI 9940. That would be really cool. That's, you know, the custom chips are the only real barrier there. They don't make some of them anymore. But that would solve that problem in theory.
Ouch. Okay, I finally finished this researchers under fire nonsense that I didn't want to do.
Yeah, we're just fishing up resources here to complete our resource gathering endeavor.
I would much rather fish than do this thing I don't like, but not a fan of this.
I might get on my little fishing raft here. Why not? There we go. It's a different angle on things. Like the little barrel of fish on the fishing raft.
That's cute. Ooh. Oh my goodness, I just got very cold.
Very cold.
Very cold.
I'm going to turn the heat up.
It's not good.
No.
Just a temperature fluctuation.
Yeah.
Do you have a certain thing that you kind of know you're sick when, like that never happens to you otherwise, like besides symptoms, but like weird little things that.
I mean,
like I always notice that my eyeballs kind of hurt, like they do when you stay in chlorine too long. That always happens to me when I'm.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I get earaches and weird sore throats and things. Fatigue. I think, you know, I get really fatigued when there's no obvious cause. Which if it's like if I'm fatigued for a couple days, like, oh, I'm getting sick, but none of the symptoms have showed up yet. You know.
Yeah, that was my first symptom too. Was fatigue. But I think that's common with everyone.
Yeah, it doesn't sound really
awkward, like my weird eyeball. Eyeballs.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I never really.
Sounds like a weird TV show. My weird eyeball.
I don't know what it's all about. My eyeballs get sore. I don't know what it is, but like it's almost like they're too hot or something. Like they feel slight fevers like before anything else does, which is really weird.
I'm prone to sinus pressure, so if I get, you know, weird sinus pressure, it could be, you know, could be a sign.
Gotcha. Where is? Really wish I had more room in my stupid warband bank thing.
I'm up to 54 out of 100 here. At least it counts, even if you fish up junk, it counts. So that's good.
That's really good. Now, do you mind? Can you get that blanket?
The gray and white one?
Yeah.
I don't mind. Let me fish this up and get 1 sec. I'll be back in a second, everyone.
put that blanket on the bed so I could use it, but Dinah has other plans.
Other ideas. Yeah. Cats will do that.
Okay, I'm back. I was only half joking about the retro software enterprise. If people are starting to buy retro Commodore 64s and whatnot, it makes me want to write up some simple game programs and throw them on cassette tapes and try to sell them on cassette tapes.
Go for it.
Or on little, you throw away, USB thumb drives. If the new Commodore 64 can take a thumb drive, I have no idea. I have to do a little research, but rather than trying to compete with everyone on Steam, do something totally different.
Goodness, my bank is so full.
Rather be a big fish in a little pond. Speaking of fishing. So I think I'll try to message Dylan tomorrow and see what he thinks about that idea.
Okay.
But Freeze's Fury is getting some occasional game browser play sessions and the occasional download.
Cool.
It is cool.
Fun.
Yeah, it's cool. Especially the downloads. Like someone took the time to download and install it. How cool is that?
14 polished pet charms?
I mean, checking out your browser, what's one thing? Okay, you hit play and you go, not for me. But if you're downloading it, you're much more likely to be interested in it.
Mm-hmm.
How many downloads have you had?
Oh, not many, like 6 or 7.
Oh, still pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes no money. 6 times nothing is still nothing, so.
That's okay. You knew it wasn't going to make any money.
Yeah,
Made it.
exactly. That's true. That's the best kind of project, just purely for your own edification and enjoyment. Like Sean Connery said in the movie Finding Forrester, the things we make for ourselves are so much better than the things we make for other people. Or write for ourselves, I think he said. Exactly, but same idea. Have you seen that movie, Julia? Finding Forrester? Do you like that one?
I don't know if I've seen it.
Oh, it's great. Movie about writing. It's great. Did you enjoy it, Melody? We watched it together. Did you kind of, maybe it was a little slow for you, maybe?
I
Perhaps.
liked it. Yeah.
Find it inspiring.
Oh my gosh, this is like pulling teeth. Trying to get that bar up. I just got the finding gather resources finally, and I thought, oh, this is for sure going to get us there.
Oh, to the milestone?
Yeah.
No, we got a ways to go.
Yep. I'm finding it challenging over here too. It's like,
yes.
You guys are further along than we are too. So. lot of what I was doing are not counting for anything anymore.
I need 26 more. Yeah, I gotta shift gears and do other stuff. Yeah, need 26 more fish.
For me, that means, oh, that's cool. It's raining in my neighborhood right now, and the little wagon cart that just drives people around the neighborhood has a cover on it right now.
Yeah, I noticed people walk around with umbrellas.
Yeah, I was noticing that. Okay,
Susan
there's
noticed
some
it.
lumber over here. I'm gonna see if I can get it.
Yeah, do it to it.
God dang it.
I don't see anybody with umbrellas.
There were people walking around our neighborhood with umbrellas.
I believe you. I unfortunately don't have any.
Like close to downtown.
I'm in downtown. I don't see nobody. Oh, wait. One person. I see one person. It's raining pretty hard, too, so surprising.
There's some herbalism over here, Mother. I'm gonna go and
My raft disappeared. I'm still standing on the water, but my raft is gone. Why am I walking on water? What's happening here? Totally confused about what's happening. Okay. Alright, raft is back. Why was I walking on water?
see, you're not going to hell. I love your.
Oh yes, I'm going to hell as well, according to Daniel Capuch.
Well, he can go.
I'm too rebellious, you know.
He can go screw himself.
Alright, so I responded with Camus' quote that the only way to deal with an unfree world is to be so absolutely free that your very existence is an act of rebellion. He didn't. I don't think he was amused. I was amused.
He's just going to flip that.
Oh, I know. It's so much fun. I've always been a bit of a verbal fencer, though.
Do you hear thunder and lightning in your server?
We're over in Kunlai Summit right now, so...
I'm in my neighborhood and it is like raining hard and there's like thunder.
Thunder and lightning, very, very frightening.
Well, Mamma Mia.
Two chests while exploring caves. Oh my god.
I need 12 more fished items here.
Decor catalog is pretty cool. I don't know where to get these items. How do you get some of these things that are in the decor catalog?
What do you mean?
I don't know, like they don't say how to get them. They're just here.
I don't know. You might have to look them up, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. There's a crucible votive rack that looks really cool. It's a bunch of candles on a rack. Hey, Laura, do you know how to get these things? Ugh. No. It's like how to get decor. Like on this tab right here, there's like decor catalog, and like some of these things are super cool. I don't know how to get them. They don't say. Yeah. Yeah.
It like shows you stuff and then other stuff. Those I think might be available at the galleries. We got it this time.
Yeah. There's nothing really cool. And this is really like hard because
Okay, 4 more fished items, and I'll have completed the gathering resources endeavor activity.
they're awarding the most points for stuff that I do in Zerolet Caverns, which is annoying, so I don't want to spend time in Zerolet Caverns, but I'm not a huge fan of this area.
Alright, I finished gathering resources. You want to shift gears and do something different?
Yeah,
Or do you want
I mean,
Keep it
I
up.
kind of am wanting to at least try to see if we can get this first milestone.
to...
Happening in my neighborhood. Not tonight.
Yeah, we're at 130 out of 500.
My neighborhood is at
It's,
135.
it's not totally clear what the ratio is. Like, what does completing the activity translate to in terms of the endeavor progress?
It doesn't show. Like, I
It
don't
doesn't.
know.
It's not obvious at all.
Because show that if there's 4 incremental points, meaning 500 points divided by 4, right? I guess that would be,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I suppose that's where those incremental bits are going to be.
I
But
guess.
but it doesn't really seem that that's the case. I mean, because if you think about it, if it really was divided evenly into 4 parts, then we should have hit that bar at 125, and it says we're at 135 of 500. So maybe it's not. And if just the first dot was 500, then the bar wouldn't look like it was, over 2/3 full.
Right.
So what the hell number is this one?
Also, it looks like you can change the enemy nameplates back to their classic style if you don't like the new version.
Oh, I much prefer the new version. I don't have to use Plater anymore to do the same thing. It's great. It's one less add-on I can use.
I'm experimenting with turning the contrast back up. It's like, it adds depth, but it makes the dark things really dark. But it does increase makes it look a little more 3D and a little less flat. See?
Oh,
But the dark things are really dark.
yeah.
And then if you turn the brightness up, it seems to counteract the effect. So it's a hot mess. Contrast. Let's leave it there for a while and see how that works. Makes it too dark. What is audio assist? Oh, combat audio alerts. Interesting.
That's funny. That was the first thing I did when I logged in, was look at all those things.
At the new features?
Yeah.
That's funny. I haven't looked at it yet. Yeah, I'm just checking it out right now.
Took me like a couple days to go to my neighborhood, but I looked at all that
Oh,
the UI
boss
stuff immediately.
warnings.
Yeah.
Raid chat bubbles? What are raid chat bubbles? Oh,
I
for
think
raid
they're
chat?
Yeah, I think it's gonna put a bubble over people's like heads when they.
That's nice. You can see who's saying what. That's nice. I like
think
that.
so, but I'm not really sure what it is. That's just a guess.
Yeah. That's what it looks like. I think on the surface, I think I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. New stuff to check out.
Or maybe it's when maybe they're trying to get people to use their own in-house chat thing instead of Discord. And maybe it's literally like a a chat bubble that comes up over your head when you're talking. You know what I mean? Like actually talking in the chat.
That could be.
Because they do have their own version of Discord. It's just everyone said it was shit, so no one used it. And why do it when you could just use Discord?
I remember, what was the one we used to use back in the day? Oh, bloody hell, I can't remember the name of it. It's a voice program that Joe and I used to use when we first started playing. Oh, hell, I can't remember the name. We used it for a couple of years.
There's a damage meter now, which I love, so I don't have to use details anymore. It's great.
I don't know why I can walk on water.
Emma, can you
Okay, what do we have to work on here? More gathering resources, harvesting lumber. How am I doing on the lumber, actually? Not well. 18 out of 60.
That one's going to take forever. And then the lumber, it keeps disappearing.
understand? It's frustrating me that I don't understand that bar, like the math behind the bar. That is really frustrating. Laura, do you understand the math behind this bar? Because look, if this was 500 and these were quarters of that, then I would already be past it. Because 120.
Well, it's also for the whole neighborhood. It's not just for you.
No, I know, but like, how are they?
That's that community. That's the.
I understand, but what
No.
amount of?
They're separate things. You're hovering over not the finish line of the bar, but the reward. It will give you community points when you reach that, and you can only have 500. That's what it says.
Then what is this a measure of here?
I don't know.
No one knows. Yeah.
No one knows. No one knows. It's the mystery measuring bar. In case you want to measure a question mark of nothingness and be frustrated by that, here it is.
Yeah, they forgot their units, didn't they? Take, junior high algebra.
yellow bar. Here you go. Here's a random yellow bar for you. And you, everybody gets a random yellow. Everybody gets a random yellow bar. We will frustrate everyone. Yeah, and I mean, is it people actually getting points that makes the bar go up, or is it number of people and their involvement? Is it? I mean, there's like no rhyme or reason to this bar whatsoever. Zach, I don't know.
It's a mystery.
There are things in the world that shouldn't be frustrating that are.
Man, my bags are so annoyingly full.
Laura wants to know how you pronounce the nut that goes into pies at Christmas often.
The what?
The nut that is
Oh,
often
pecan.
often used. Okay, he says pecan.
Chloe did pecan.
Some people pecan.
Pecan?
Pecan.
Of
So
all
they
of
had
all
a
the options, pecan is the worst.
no. Well, they did. Okay, so there was a heated discussion at last band practice among the kids of how to pronounce that word, and apparently at band practice there was pecan, there was pecan, pecan.
And then there was
What's the other one?
there's pecan, pecan, pecan,
Pecan. Seriously. You guys are
Chloe
crazy.
said pecan.
Pecan, huh?
That's the worst.
That is the worst. That's the worst.
I know, but she calls the people the she says Amish instead of Amish.
She says Amish instead of Amish?
No.
She's just messing with you.
No, that's how their family talks. I think.
Is it because Claire is
I think it's genuinely.
so Claire was raised in Glasgow, right?
Oh, well, that changes things a little bit.
So that could be it.
And she said
Torch? Oh yeah, they called them torches, not flashlights.
Well,
Yeah, weekend. Yeah, no, she does. She has the cute accent. It's funny.
no, it's funny because she normally doesn't, except for one word. Okay. Yeah.
Except for when they talk about the Amish eating their pickens.
Amish.
Oh, Amish. Sorry, Amish eating their pickens. That's funny.
Amish.
Amish.
Oh, Lord.
The Amish holding their torches while eating pickens. Oh yeah, they wouldn't have flashlights because they're Amish. That's too technological. Batteries. Well, what do they call actual torches then? No, like not actual flashlights, actual torches. So a stick with a fire on the end of it is called a flashlight? No. Okay, I don't think that's the thing. Fire stick. What are they? You guys are silly. You're making me laugh too much. This hurts. Stop it. Chloe does sound normal most of the time, but I've never heard her say Amish or pickin'. Yeah, Amish and pickin'. I say
Pecan. I would be proud to partake of your pecan pie.
See, that time you pronounce it differently, but I think that's normal. A lot of people do. I think I do it too. When you're talking about a pecan pie, you say pecan. It's like you put a.
No, we say pecan. I say pecan pie. I was quoting When Harry Met Sally.
Oh. But sometimes people do that. I've noticed they'll say pecan and say
Pecan pie. No, it's pecan pie. Oh, someone says hello in the chat. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Nafieri? Nafieri? Neferi? Naffy? Hey, Naffy. Thanks for joining. How are you this evening? We're just doing some housing endeavor things, although I've kind of just devolved into killing random stuff here and kind of gathering resources as I encounter them. But how are you doing any resource gathering with them? Well, they're really spread out and I keep getting attacked, so it's going slow.
Did you use any of those new, like, paint dyes for your house that you got?
No, well, I already kind of know what I like and what I don't, so I haven't used the white ones. Do you know if there's a what's that one?
You said the green doesn't match.
The green does not match the normal green. No, it's super annoying. Yeah.
Because I wanted to make my gazebo green.
Yeah, likewise, and it just doesn't match the green of the house. Very annoying. Do you know if there's a way to change your house walls to white? The exterior walls?
The exterior walls?
Yeah, so I can basically recreate Green Gables in its entirety.
I don't know. I mean...
If you're Horde, you can? Okay, that's good to know. Somehow, like, Anna Green Gables in the Horde zone seems odd, but... Oh, the Silver Moon ones, yeah. I don't have to mess with it. I'm very proud of my house, though, so far. I've got this great little outdoor classroom that I created, and it's great.
I still like my dance floor. I don't think you've come in to see my dance floor, have you?
You have a dance floor?
Yeah, I made a little dance floor.
Like,
I haven't done any...
from scratch, or is there a dance floor item?
Oh, no, I made it from scratch.
Got it.
Yeah, you should come see.
There's a great spot between the forest and red rocks. It has enough trees and whatnot so you can create a real nice overgrown look. Ah. I've got
Before I log off, Zach?
Yeah.
I gotta log.
You wanna keep gathering resources, or you wanna check out Julia's house?
Yeah, come check out.
Alright, let's let me find you here. View houses. The one in you only have one, right? Okay. You haven't even created a horde house yet?
No, I have not. I haven't even done anything with this house in weeks. But I did before I quit doing stuff. I did make a little dance floor thing. Pretty cool.
Well, let's check it out. Then I'll show everyone my house here. When we're done, then we'll call it night. After that, yeah. So we'll be on for a few more minutes, though. Okay, so this is Julia Deer's house. Wait, yep, face the wrong way. There we go. Funny, the exterior of your house is somewhat similar to mine. That's funny. Green Gables fans through and
I
through.
assume, yeah, you're just gonna appear in my house, right? There you are.
Matthew's created a horde house and an alliance house. The alliance house is all nice, where I'm putting in all my effort. My horde house is where I put my degen tester build. What is that?
Hey. Oh, this is your kid and kin character. I see that. Okay, so yeah, this is my little dance floor over here. With the little lights coming.
Oh yeah, check that out.
And you can sit on the back and like observe. I put little seats back here.
That's cute. Oh yeah, you buried him into the
Oh, that's cute.
yeah, you put him into the beam there. That's
Yeah.
cool.
And then I buried this one differently so you kind of sit in an angle. So yeah, so then I just need to we need a jukebox like we had in Draenor and Garrisons. Or like one of those phonographs or something. I don't know, something like that. Don't you think?
Yeah. Wait, built a shrine to Furbies. They made a cursed Furby? What? What?
I buried the up here in my bath. I buried a stool too. I can show you that. That's kind of cool. I haven't done much in here. Pretty bare bones.
Let's check it out. Oh yeah, I like the bathtub. That's fun. That's cool. You can sit down in your bathtub. That's really cute. Good idea.
Well, I buried a stool in.
Yeah, I see it. That's great.
Okay, yeah, that way you can click it. Yeah, there's not hardly anything in here.
Oh yeah.
I haven't done much of anything. I think there's some chests in there or something. I don't know. But yes, my dance floor in my bathtub. I'm happy.
Have you seen my house recently? Let's. I'm gonna head to mine here. You can come along if you like. If you want to check it out. Let me.
Remind me how to do that again.
You click on the housing thing. No. You go to your friends list. Right click on the friend.
View houses.
View houses. Yeah, and then I'm gonna teleport to mine right now.
Cool Stream Hamlet. That one.
That's the one. Almiron may have egged you on to make a Furby shrine. That I'll have to check out one of these days. That sounds interesting and weird. I love all the interesting weird things people make. The weirder the better. I love it. Yeah, see, look, the exterior of our house is pretty similar.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the walls are white, but the beams are not. So I got my little outdoor classroom I made right here. A little lectern. That's okay. Lectern and some. Little book here on the pedestal.
Oh yeah.
Neat, huh? Little school bell.
Like your griffin roost.
Yeah, they added griffins. When they first created the griffin roost, they were just roosts. There were no griffins, and then one day there were griffins there.
I don't know if I have a griffin roost. Where'd you get the griffin roost?
I mean, I don't know where I got it from. I don't remember. You have to look it up. Get in the house.
Your hall of mirrors. Right?
Yep, added some mirrors on. I think it was Emma who suggested that, right? So done.
It was Laura.
Or maybe it was Laura. A little dressing room area here. Very void-themed bedroom here. Writing desk. Another writing desk over here because I like lots of writing desks.
Got your dining room.
Got some bookshelves on the wall with books. They're the fake wall, the fake. Yeah, these little things. They don't go anywhere, but at least they have books on the shelves. I'm kind of proud of this little writing area here. This little nook is kind of cute.
Yeah, that's cute.
And my dining room looks pretty cool. I understand that if you move your room around, it takes all the furniture with it, so you can rearrange your house and not destroy your rooms.
I haven't tried it.
I haven't either. I'm hesitant to try it. That's what I read anyway. So yeah, that's my house so far. Yeah, I'm not sure. I like maximalism too. I'm running out of, I need more wall art. I don't have enough wall art for sure. I I think if anything, I made these rooms too big. They're too spread out. It's hard to fill them. That's why they look minimalist.
Has Susan done anything else with hers?
No, I have not worked on mine at all.
Yeah, I think I just need smaller rooms. Yeah, I played with the scaling a bit. Some things are scaled. What did I scale? Okay, nothing comes to mind. I know I've scaled some things.
Wait, what? I should write down the plot numbers that you guys have.
Oh, yeah. So we can all try to get in the same neighborhood. Mine is number 43, I believe. Yeah, 43 is my plot number. Oh, I'm going to go upgrade my house.
Oh, yeah.
Since I'm able to do that.
What is yours, Susan?
What?
Your plot number?
2, I think.
2.
Right? So yeah, we can all get it.
We're not here together.
No, we're not. We like different areas. Yeah. I thought I was gonna like the darker areas. I really didn't. I wanted to be by the ocean. I like the ocean sounds. Probably I like the sounds better over here.
Yeah, I like the dark area.
Yeah, I wasn't so much a fan of the darker areas. I found that I like the area that I'm in. It has the ocean sounds, but I also like the area by the vineyard. And,
I thought you'd like that one, yeah. You totally show us your house, but you've been no-lifing it for like 4 to 5 days. I've been busy Uber driving for the last 4 to 5 days. I'm so wiped out from that. It's just fun to dink around in the game for a while.
What is it? The one right here. I don't know what plot number this is, but whoever's house this is.
Yeah, the housing rooms are they are too large, and if I realized how large they really were before I started to fill them, I would have opted for smaller rooms. But now that I've started to fill them with stuff, I feel like I'm kind of committed to it, unless I want to redo some of the rooms, which I don't really want to do. I used to work from home, and I do miss just kind of being at home, being able to dink around and be in the game on one computer and work on the work computer on the other.
Yeah.
And work on my other projects in another tab, So that ship has sailed for the moment. Maybe it'll come again one of these days, but I have not had any luck whatsoever finding a full-time job in my field. So, like a great many people in my field, from what I gather on LinkedIn. So, yeah. What's that, Julia? What?
You guys have a lot of plots open in the neighborhood.
Yeah, it's not a very populated neighborhood.
No.
Oh, an artist/seamstress. That's cool. I had a great aunt who was a seamstress way back in the early part of the 20th century, and she used to travel around the country and work at dress shops and whatnot. It was interesting. I'm an instructional designer and educational content developer, but it's kind of the education apocalypse right now. So, okay, I've collected the large octagon room, which would be good for my horde house. The best little horde house in Azeroth.
Okay, so plot 0 is the other one that I like. There we go. Plot 0.
Oh yeah, they're going to keep adding way more housing stuff. I think everyone wants more, and it's going to get even cooler. It was really made for a player like me who just likes to do casual stuff. So.
Mm-hmm.
So plot 0 is in the darker area, but I do like it anyway.
The other plot I really liked. I like number 23, the one way up in the northeast. But 43 is the one I've got. But 23 I liked. Oh yeah, education is in a tough place, and in higher education, part of the problem was that it's a counter-cyclical industry. So unemployment's been relatively low for a few years, and that means people aren't going to college, they're not buying things from publishing companies, so on and so forth. And ad break. Sorry, I'll pick it up here in a minute. Let me know when the ad's done. Okay, so my house is upgraded. What can I do now? Does it just literally just give me one more room type? Does it give me any? Doesn't give me any more benefits.
I think it upgrades your ability to make your house bigger, but I also
Oh, you can place more objects. It looks like.
More objects, yeah. It ups the amount of objects.
Oh, so the ad's over. So I was just saying the education industry is counter-cyclical. So unemployment's been relatively low for a few years. And that means people aren't going to college. They're not buying things from publishing companies. Colleges have really been suffering because enrollments have been low, and that's been true for a few years now. And unemployment's creeping back up. So I'm sort of cautiously optimistic that the demand will increase. But I'm also middle-aged and have to reevaluate whether I really want to keep doing that kind of line of work. I love some things about it and hate some things about it. So, some typical midlife crisis stuff, right? So, who knows? I was really fortunate to have a nice job working for an education publishing company and educational technology company for a long time and developing online learning materials in my own discipline, which is awesome, philosophy. And that squeezed almost a decade worth of career out of that, and that's gave me a little financial boost as a philosopher. But can't deny that there's always the looming specter of being an unemployed philosopher. So it's sometimes I wish I'd chosen a different path. But what did John Stuart Mill say? It's better to be Socrates dissatisfied than a pig satisfied. So it's all good.
Oh wow, why is there a weird Yeti thing? Kodakon?
You guys want to see? You guys want to see my horde house? I'll switch characters. And go to, actually, I don't need to switch characters. I can just go to my horde house, right? That's right. Even as my alliance character, you can just go to your horde house. Oh,
hold on one sec. I'm noticing, Zach, that I can work on your endeavors in your neighborhood.
Yeah, that's right. You can work on each other's endeavors. That's right.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I had read that. I haven't done it yet. I got 4 minutes till I can teleport to my horde house, and we'll do that in a few minutes.
In theory, I could use my endeavor token thing.
You can.
Your item.
That's right. So if you want my espresso machine, come over here and have at it for a while.
Interesting.
I want that espresso machine.
Here. I can get the currency by doing stuff in my own neighborhood.
That's right.
Or here.
Yeah, here's the espresso machine I want because I use my. Yes, there's an espresso machine. Check it out. I was a barista in a little locally owned Italian coffee shop in my hometown when I was a teenager, and I've always loved coffee culture and all things espresso. So yes, this espresso machine is awesome, and I need it. There's also this Kaffa refinery. Check it out. There's a little coffee refinery here. Yeah, come by. We can't get it yet because we have to wait till we fill up our Endeavor bar. Yes, you have to reach the 4th milestone of the Endeavor, so it's not purchasable yet. But stay tuned. Keep checking back when it frees up. If everyone wants to come, crash the neighborhood and check it out, we can all become friends, and you can come check it out. Buy the thing, and we can all be coffee buddies. Kaffa buddies, since it's a Kaffa maker, not a coffee maker. It's a Dalaran espresso machine, apparently. We got a coffee grinder. Check it out. We got a coffee grinder, a coffee creamer, a Kaffa table. What else do we have? A Grummle tent. That's cute. I like the tent. Ledger Domain Lounge signboard. Oh, I need that too. Check out the signboard, the little chalk signboard.
Adorable.
What?
Like a French press.
Oh, the Kaffa press? Yeah, there you go. It's got steam coming out of it.
My mom had a grinder like that when I was a kid.
Open sack of roasted Kaffa. Sleeping bag. Grummle sleeping bag. Ceramic Kaffa mug. Picked up a couple of those already. Oh, yeah, I want a little... I should build a little coffee shop room. That's a good idea.
That's a great...
I can buy a few of those espresso machines and line them up.
Mm-hmm.
The Commander's Kaffa mug is kind of cute too, but I like that.
They're all on display here, right? Like the actual item.
I guess I knew that. I never really paid attention, but yeah, they're all on display.
Right
there you go.
Here on the table, right here. Yeah.
Why is
you can actually look.
Why is the table highlightable?
Grinder.
Oh,
Grinder, right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Let's get a closer look here. There you go.
Because it's highlightable because then it has a little pop-up that says available for purchase at the
Oh, got it.
You get what I mean?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
trying to tell you. I like this little bird. I want this bird. This little bird.
Oh, yeah.
See?
It's cute.
Yep.
Or get a little screenshot of him.
He's a cute bird. Oh my god, I'm starting to get achy. Maybe I'm getting a fever.
Okay, let's see if I can... Oh, yeah, 1 more minute until I can teleport to my horde house. So hang tight, everyone, if you want to see my horde house in progress.
I'm gonna...
You're gonna what?
I think I'm gonna log off.
You sound like you need to go to bed.
Turn in, but like I feel like shit, so I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, the little handheld grinder is super cute.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's no good. I don't know. It is what it is, though, right? Had to happen eventually.
I'm sorry you're sick. I was hoping we could get together when we were in town today, but no dice. No dice. For those just tuning in, Juliet here and I have known each other since we were 5 years old, literally, so 42 years now. And Susan, my wonderful girlfriend, soon to be wife at some point,
Yeah.
is we've known each other since we were 8 years old? 8 years old, yeah, 3rd grade. So, you know, we stick together.
Yeah.
So if it sounds like we've known each other a while, we have.
So when you just said soon to be wife, does that mean you guys are engaged?
No, we will be. You know, we're kind of soft rolling it out, you know. Soft launch, as they say in the industry, right? All right, I'm gonna move to my horde house here.
You're usually like stupidly romantic, and when it comes to this, you're like, we're gonna do a soft roll out.
You know, just like to keep people on their toes. Naffy says her husband and I met in WoW about 16 years ago. That's cool. I know a couple people who are met because of WoW and are now together. It's interesting. Like Marina and her wait, they're engaged, fiance, right? They're not married yet, right? Fiance. Okay, so this is my horde house. I haven't done anything with the outside. But
they actually bought a house together already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cart before the horse, yeah. So I don't have much in here, but I've done some things. You know, I got some decor on the walls, and I've got this little, you know, war room table set up. And I got my little fireplace here with some chairs. I don't have anywhere near enough artwork to put artwork on the wall since I've been focusing on my other house. I like my little bedroom here. Little bedroom's kind of quaint. Got this little ceremonial thing on the wall. Place to sit in. It's something that's weird to me is the proportion of these tables. I mean, look how tall the table is. You're almost staring at the table sitting down. So I need to shrink the table down probably. Yeah, the bedroom's cool. I like this. A little book on the nightstand here because that's how I roll. Yeah, just stuff on the walls. I like my little grain grinder here, whatever it is, you know, little mill.
I'm gonna talk to you maybe tomorrow.
Sounds good. Try to rest up.
Oh yeah, I hope you feel better.
We're just hanging out at home tomorrow, so we'll probably do some streaming at some point.
Sure. Sounds good. Okay.
Okay, get some rest.
Have a good night.
Thanks.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
So scale them and scale up the chair, but put a tiny little stool inside of the chair. It'll make it so you sit correctly. Yeah, I've been meaning to mess with it. Like my little deer head on the wall here. You know, figured this is there to go all funky and weird and, you know, hyper masculine here. So really, I'm a little more Anna Green Gables, but you know, for my horde character, I figure this aesthetic makes a little more sense. Yeah, we're not gonna do it right now. Next time. Yeah, flex, deer head masculine. Yes, here we go. I'll do a flex in the game. There we go. Boom. No, next time. We were gonna call it a night here in a minute, but I am interested in making it look a little better. On the other hand, I do like how kind of oversized and big and chunky some things in the game are. So, partly I just kind of, I like the weird disproportion of it too. I'm not as happy with my plot. I picked this plot very quickly. I'm happier with my plot. What's that?
You didn't like that. You don't like.
Well, it's not ideal. I don't know what it is. I feel like this little arch nearby is kind of gets in the way of the view. I do like the ocean view over here. That's nice. But no, I think I can probably find a better plot. Oh yeah, yes. Share a screenshot if you can. If you can post a link to it, that'd be ideal. Or you can just post it in Discord. If you're watching on Twitch, in the profile, there's a link to our Discord server. You could post it there as well. Whatever works for you. Yeah, so I kind of like this area, but I found one I really liked a little better, but it was already taken. Now you can see I don't even have the flight paths. I haven't really gone exploring. But although I kind of like these coastal areas a little more than the other areas. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, check those out. If you click on these links, check these out.
Oh wow.
Check these out.
Oh nice.
Yeah.
I like
cool.
that.
That's really cool. I like the kitchen area. That's neat.
Yeah, I like that. That's a great.
How did you make? Do these are these counters just items that you buy, or did you have to create these little green decorations on the counter yourself? Did you build these, or are they come prefab? I like the cabinets too. The cabinets look really neat.
Yeah, those are great.
You made a wedding cake? Is it on the screenshot? Oh yeah, in the back there. It's purple wedding cake in the back.
Oh, I love that.
Oop, there we go.
People are just so creative.
I love just the raw creativity of it. I'm like Nietzsche. I'm a champion of artists everywhere. Be creative and weird. I love it. Oh, we just dyed the normal bars. I don't think I have a bar. I like the little doors on there. Those are cool. Oh, I see. So the doors are literal doors that you scaled down. Wow. And then you have working doors.
That is so cool.
That's cool. Really neat. That's really cool. What else do I like about this? I like this little recipe book stand. That's neat. Oh, I guess you can't see what I'm looking at, of course, but I like the recipe book stand. I really like cabinets on the walls. I like it all. I like all the little doodads. I just like decorative doodads, the mortar and pestle and the food things and the plates and cups and
Yeah, I like all that too.
Makes it feel like a real lived-in place, not just video game props. Oh, you're filling cabinets? Oh yeah, because they have the inset shelves there. Oh, I know. Yeah. Oh, it's hard right now to find time to farm stuff. I'm doing so much Uber driving to make money and working on other projects to make even more money, and not getting nearly as much game time as I would like. Oh yes, and another screenshot going to show us the stupid oven. It's stupid, like ridiculously cool, stupidly cool. Hopefully they reset the transmogs too. Let's see. Oh yeah, check out that stovetop.
Oh my god, I love that. That's so cool.
I like the what is that, like a carving knife in the left side of that screenshot? Looks like a carving fork or whatever they call that. I like the weapons rack as kitchen utensils too. That's pretty cool. Scaled down.
It's great.
Hey, this is my carving sword. Like the little green, looks like, I don't know what it is, but it's like a little glass ball with fell green fluid in it. No, none of it looks terrible. It's really good, you know. I mean, what's fun about all this stuff, it's all kind of impressionistic anyway. If you look at any of it too close, you go, wait a minute. But you stand back and go, wow, it looks amazing. Passes the squint test. Love it. Oh, the spider people. Whatever they're called, Nerubians, right? Those guys. So this character, my character, is my very first character I ever made in the game. I created this character in 2005, and it's still my main character, by the way. So, it's called S Cruise Chick because at the time I thought it was cool to be able to create a female character, so I called it a chick, which is, you know, so incredibly juvenile. But and S Cruz is because I used to live in Santa Cruz, so this is my Santa Cruz Chick character, and it's such an anachronism because I neither live in Santa Cruz nor am a chick, so it's quite a misnomer. But that's how this character came into existence 21 years ago. But I love this character. Yeah, I've had this character for a long time. I play other characters too. I have more alts now than I used to, but on the whole, this is still my main character. But my bag looks like I've been playing it for 21 years. You know, it's just a disaster, and my bank isn't any better. I thought about renaming the character, but I just cannot bring myself to do it. You know, it's just too. I even wrote a couple articles about it, about this character. In my Discord server, you can find some articles I've written on WoW over the years. Well, enough of my horde. I'm going to get back to my alliance house here. Oh, ads. 10 seconds left. All the more reason to subscribe. Hint, hint. Let me go to my other house. Oh, nope, I can't. Never mind. No big deal. Hey, there you go. Thanks for following. It's nice to, you know, I feel like for a while there was a drought of people tuning in. Like I don't know if there were just more people streaming WoW than there were for a while, but we were getting quite a following. There were a lot of people tuning in, and then all of a sudden it was crickets, like nothing. And now people are watching again. I really appreciate people joining today. I'm not going to mess with this house right now. I want to do more. But mainly, the thing that bugs me is I just don't have enough wall art, and there's not enough varieties of wall art. So, but I really want to go shopping for another plot. Yeah, you know, it's in a perfect world, I could make some money playing WoW instead of doing Uber driving. And I do have some other income streams. Like I have a little side business selling cross-stitch patterns on Etsy, and that pays, you know, a bit, makes some few $100 a month. It's not a ton, but it helps. That and Uber driving, I'm kind of eking out a living. You know, I'm going to play WoW no matter what, so I would like to figure out a way to make money just doing this, but you know. That's probably not happening, so. But I do have a couple other things in the works, other ideas. Been learning video game programming. In fact, I just published my first real video game. What, about 2 months, a month and a half ago? No, like 2 months. Like a little over, like a month and some change, almost about 2 months ago.
Yeah. Somewhere
in there. In fact, I'll drop a link to it, so if people want to check it out. Give me 1 sec to grab the link. It's a 2-player retro style 8-bit style Dragon Ball Z fighting game. but it's 2-player, and you really need to be at a computer with game controllers. You can play it on the keyboard, but it's a bit of a nightmare. The controls are not ideal. You can see the controls inside. It's in Pico 8, if you're familiar with Pico 8. Oh, you're a former game dev too? Cool. I'm a brand new one. I've been writing like simple little games my whole life, like old games, like in BASIC way back in the day. And I've picked up a little programming over the years, totally self-taught. But this is my very first kind of releasable video game. It's we don't own Dragon Ball Z, so we can't sell it, obviously. So it's just a fan project, but it's done and it works, and it's a 2-player game, and it's awesome. I'm very, very proud of it. I hand wrote every single line of code in that game. Very, very proud of it. About 2,000 lines of code in Pico 8. And my friend Dylan, who I worked on the game with, he did the artwork and the music for it. And it was his idea for the game, but I told him I could probably figure out how to do it. And very, very proud of it. Yeah. I mean, just, this was just a passion project. So share it widely. It's free to play and free to download. You can download it or you can play it in your browser. But it really needs 2 players with game controllers to be usable. FYI, and you can see the note to that effect in the description of the game. And there's a downloadable version for Windows, for Mac OS, for Linux. There's a Raspberry Pi version, interestingly enough, and then a Pico 8 game cartridge, or you can play it right on the browser. Yeah, you can choose between. Yep, you can choose those characters. The 2 players can each choose between 24 different Dragon Ball Z characters they can fight. Very cool. And there's the game mechanics are not very complicated. There's like a quick little rapid punching mechanic. There's Kai blasts, and there's like a sparking charging mechanic, and there's some stats meters up at the top. All works very well, and it's hard because you can move around pretty quickly. It's more like you have to, find each other to be able to attack each other. Everyone trying to dodge and attack at the same time. So it's actually remarkably difficult.
Yeah. Kind of is,
even though the mechanics are very simple. It's a fun game. People have been saying they've been really enjoying it. Is it ideal? I see things I would do differently already in retrospect. But it turned out an order of magnitude cooler than the original. I mean, we had this idea, we had it kind of sketched out on a napkin, and the finished game is so much better than that original idea even. We just kept adding cool stuff. We couldn't stop adding stuff. We finally maxed out the token count in Pico 8, so ended up being a lot bigger. Of course, I'm nowhere near an efficient programmer. I'm sure I wrote everything the hard way. Yeah, it's a great fun little game. It really, really is. But you can see if you try to use the keyboard, it's unusable because the default keys for the 2 players are just wackadoodle. They really don't make sense in Pico 8. So controllers are where it's at. All right, let's see if we can get back to my Alliance house here. Yeah. It was so much fun. It actually went really smoothly. I would say the game was mostly functional after, I don't know, it took us 6 months to make, but maybe after 2 months it was mostly functional. And then we spent the rest of the time tweaking it and bug fixing it and polishing it and adding little features. And we only hit a couple of roadblocks, and the roadblocks we did hit were totally my fault. Like I used the wrong variable name and just didn't see it and couldn't figure out what the hell was going wrong. That kind of stuff. And I mean, embarrassingly simple mistakes that took forever to notice that we made them. It's just, you remember that one time I was just racking my brain out. Yeah. Why the hell is it doing this weird thing? And it's just, use the wrong variable name, and it made
Yeah, but then, yeah.
Yeah.
You figured it out pretty quickly.
I was like, what is wrong with Pico 8? It's like, something's wrong with the thing. No, it's my fault. Dummy. But I really, I couldn't even eat. Like, I just went back here and hid back here until I found it. I like my little chicken coops too. Got some chicken coops set up. When you were in QA, the amount of mistakes you catch is astonishing. Yeah. We tested the heck out of it though, so I'm pretty confident that there aren't any mistakes we don't know about, hopefully. we didn't publish it till we could play it for days on end without finding any mistakes or any weird behavior, doing all the things, testing all the boundary conditions that we could think of, so on and so forth. Like my little teapot here on the table. I dyed the benches. I want to make the whole house kind of more Green Gables and in theme, white and green roof and white walls and whatnot. But it doesn't seem to work that way. And I tried dyeing the wood here in this gazebo white, and it just looks dumb. It looks like a gray. It doesn't look white. Even the bone white doesn't look white. Yeah, I mean, if you find any bugs, do let me know, because I would like to fix them, obviously. But man, I was also just happy to be done with it.
Yeah.
But it took us. Again, I'm a totally self-taught programmer. I never took a programming class. I used to program in BASIC when I was a kid. I taught myself some JavaScript. I used to work with software engineers when I worked in educational technology. I would. It's kind of a long story, but I teach logic and philosophy, and so I got hired by an education publishing company to write and program online learning materials for college-level logic courses. And I'm not a software engineer, but the company I work for had a software engineer who was the chief technical officer. And so I was hired to create content, the homework assignments and explanations and whatnot. But we knew we needed some little interactive widgets for doing logic, things like a logic proof checker tool, interactive Venn diagrams, truth tables, all the stuff you do in logic classes. And I remember I'd been there a couple weeks and I hadn't met the chief technical officer yet. And when I did meet him, I told him felt like I was in a little over my head. Like I could teach you everything there is to know about doing logic proofs, but I couldn't tell you how to write a program to check one. And he said, "Don't worry, that's what you have me for." And we did. We built a really awesome logic proof checker tools from things that, from my point of view, were really complicated. And I asked him, how did he just powered through it? He learned everything there was to learn about doing logic proofs, and he wrote the proof checker tool that went inserted into the content so students could actually do logic proofs and stuff and have them checked automatically. It was very neat. I asked him, how did you were able to figure this out and be able to write a program that parses all the logic notation and whatnot? He said back in the day he used to work for Apple way back in the early 1980s on the Apple Lisa project, and he wrote compilers for the Apple Lisa. That's how we learned so much about parsing formal notation and whatnot. So some of that early experience at Apple really allowed him to be able to dive in and do some of the difficult things. From my point of view, they were difficult in parsing all this formal logic notation, doing the pattern recognition and checking to be able to check logic proofs. It was very, very cool. Still over my head, but I learned a lot about programming from him, even though I wasn't doing the programming. I could see how he approached it, and I could see the code as he worked on it. So I picked a lot up, and I have an aptitude for it, obviously. So yeah, I'm totally self-taught, but I never made a game, and now I've made a video game. How cool is that? So I'm very, very proud of it. A virtual testament to being autodidactic. So yeah, that's my house. I don't know what to do with this big open area. I want to add some cobblestones or something, but I kind of like that it's spread out and think there's interesting things around the perimeter. But I'm really proud of my little virtual classroom here, since I'm a college logic teacher as well. So this is my little classroom. Back in the day when I started learning coding myself, way back on Neopets pages before JavaScript was popular and everything was just plain HTML, I decided to go the opposite direction. I like to build things, then I like to test them until I can break them. It's funny you mention HTML, because that's how I got that job. I remember they contacted me and asking if I knew anyone who could write online learning material and program online learning materials for logic courses. And I wrote back and said, yeah, I can do that. I was teaching at a community college, and 2 weeks later I was making 3 times as much money working in a nice office at an educational technology company. It was really cool. But they gave me this little scare talk and said, well, we use this kind of a long form authoring environment. It's kind of like HTML. It's called XML. We use variables to randomize the content so students get different versions of it. So it's kind of like programming, and it's kind of like HTML. Can you do that? And I was like, oh yeah, I used to write HTML GeoCities websites back in the late 90s. So yeah, I can do that. And that's literally why they hired me. The scare talk they gave me didn't faze me. Yeah, I can do that. They just knew I could. Yeah, I totally got the job because I knew logic, and I had written GeoCities websites. That's why I got the job. You know, they were like, "Oh, this guy can do it, no problem." And sure enough, I was the right person for the job. I wish the job had lasted. I did squeeze 8 good years out of it, and I'm very, very proud of the work I did. Unfortunately, it was all written in Flash, and so ActionScript 2 and then ActionScript 3, and so it doesn't exist anymore. You know, Flash went away, and the company stopped supporting it, and they dismantled the startup they had acquired and laid everyone off, and there went that. So it was really cool, but it's not even usable anymore. So, you know, all good things. It's like the pyramids, right? You know, yeah, Flash, no. They were in the process of trying to convert it all to HTML5, and I don't know exactly where they were going to go. But as they were starting to work on converting it to a different technology, the company went and laid off it. You know, just kind of laid everyone off and went a different direction. So it all went away. The little company, the technology company was called Aplia, APLIA, and the parent company was Cengage Learning and textbook publishing company. And Cengage is the evil, terrible parent company that squashed a good thing. Yeah, it's not a news story, right? Typical big company acquires a small startup to squash the competition, acquire the product, and get rid of the people. Yeah, it's exact. It took me an impressively long amount of time to figure out that that's what was going on. I joked I was on the quarterly layoff plan where I saw friends getting laid off every 3 months, and I managed to survive for a long time by making myself as useful as I could make myself, but eventually my number came up, and, you know. Then I worked as an instructional designer for a few years, you know, writing and programming online learning materials for other things, graduate level courses for universities and that kind of thing. Cengage will squash anything that doesn't produce the slightest bit of cash. They'll squeeze nickels out of it. That is absolutely right. You've got Cengage down pat. Sounds like you know Cengage. Yes, I'm no fan. And now they're all in on skills-based learning. Everything has to be tied to, you know, directly to employment skills. So they're kind of veering away from academic stuff and more towards job skills. Yeah. Well, I worked for Cengage for 9 years, and you know, it was just sad to see what a big company can do to an awesome thing. You know, we really had an awesome culture in our startup. We were incredibly proud of the work we did. We had an awesome tool set where I could make pretty much anything I could imagine I could make happen on the screen. And then they just, you know, squashed it. And to the point where I can't even use my own work anymore. Thankfully, I have a lot of the raw materials. I mean, I shouldn't say this too loud, but I did make sure I grabbed a copy of all the raw XML and the code for all the logic tools, the proof checker and the Venn diagram tool and the truth tables and whatnot. So, you know, in theory, I could probably put it back together in some way. I would have to write a rendering engine. The rendering engine doesn't exist anymore because that was built in Flash, but I could probably hire someone to, I could probably hire someone to create a rendering engine that would input the XML files and generate something usable so I could at least show it and demo what I used to do. I would really, really like to do that, but building a rendering engine is probably a little beyond my abilities. So I would have to, you know, rope someone into doing that for me. But I really would like to do it because I've got just, you know, it's 8 years of my life's work, and I'm very, very proud of it. And I would like to be able to look at it at least. You know?
Yeah.
Right now, it's just a bunch of ugly XML files, really long form, ugly XML files. We used a tool called ArborText, basically a graphic XML editor for creating the XML files. Excuse me. But then those XML files would be exported, ingested into a rendering engine that made them interactive, and that's what users would actually see. Yeah. So I would love to be able to create something that makes it usable, at least, even if it's just for me or something I can show to people. You know, like, this is what I do and how, you know, the cool stuff I make. Yeah, it's just hard to do. You know, someone has to spend time making that kind of thing, and it's beyond my ability. So, and I don't have the financial resources right now to hire someone to do it. Otherwise, I just throw a little money at it, hire someone to do it, and rebuild it. You know, to some extent. But it was very cool. It was the first generation of successful educational technology companies, and now there are educational technology companies are a dime a dozen. They're everywhere. But this is one of the cool first generation educational technology companies. In fact, the founder of the company, Paul Romer, he was an economist from Stanford, and he won the Nobel Prize in economics 3 or 4 years ago, and now he's the vice president of the World Bank. Interestingly enough, so that's the founder of the company I work for. But that's part of the culture at Stanford, right? You're not just a professor; you also start a company.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I could probably, I'm sure you get what you pay for. So if I paid someone a lot of money, it'd be great. If I paid someone a little money, it would be half-assed, right? So, and I wouldn't want it to be half-assed. Thankfully, I have a lot of screenshots, so I could kind of show. Another ad. Ads. Everybody has to get their cut. Twitch as well. Do all the people get the same ads at the same time? Is that how that works? Or do people get their own ads, or do they come at different times? I have no idea, actually.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm not sure either. Right? Do you see an ad? Oh, you do. You're subscribed. That's
Yeah, I'm
right. So you don't.
subscribed.
Yeah.
No, my house is ready to level up.
Oh, cool. You know how to do it, right? You go to the guy. It's on the map. It's this little white. Looks like a little white piece of paper here. Like a blueprint, kind of. Kind of next to the.
Where is this house upgrade?
Yeah.
Okay.
You go to that guy.
I see that. Okay. Right now I'm like, I don't know, we're so close.
Hello. Yeah, so I was just saying, I've got a lot of screenshots of the content that I wrote in its rendered form. I've got all the raw XML files. I've got the code for the interactive tools. Unfortunately, they were built in Flash. So for things like the proof checker tool, the internal workings of it, the logic of it, can probably be, almost line by line translated into another language. The interface, however, would probably have to be rebuilt totally from scratch. So that's where I think the real work would be, making a functional version of it. And of course, it all fit in an ecosystem. So, what would happen was that you'd program the XML. These tools would ingest the parameters, like the data for the specific logic proof and which rules are allowed and that kind of thing. And then it would, let the student do the thing. It would hit the check answer button, essentially, and it would check it for you to let you try another randomization version if you didn't get the score you liked. And then, the results would be sent out to the larger ecosystem for the grade book and that kind of stuff. So there are pieces I don't understand, like what are the hooks into the environment and how does it grab all the information from the XML and feed that into the tools? And what does the tool do with it? And so I would have to find a way to create a usable version that demonstrates all the features and circumvents any of the necessary hooks to the other environment in some way. So there's some nuance to it, and things I don't fully understand because I didn't program the rendering environment. So it would be an interesting project one day, and maybe it would be worth doing. I can't deny I've thought about just sort of going, I did this once for someone else's sandbox. Maybe I should just build my own sandbox, have someone build me a renderer, and do the same basic thing my own way. With that as some inspiration. Questionable legal territory maybe, but there's definitely a need since it was and it became yeah. Honestly, why not? I don't know, right? It became because it was one of the major education publishing companies. The content I created became the industry standard logic product almost overnight. It was great. And to this, there are vestiges of it still being used, but at its peak, there were, and it's not doesn't sound like a lot because it's not a huge discipline. It's not like economics or anything like that. But, there were, at any given time, there were 20 or 30,000 students out there using stuff that I created, at any given moment. It was pretty cool. Well, I think I probably am under some contractually obligated limitations. I'd have to probably, make sure it doesn't look too similar and whatnot. I think I could probably skirt whatever I signed when they laid me off. Right? I'm sure I signed some I signed some of my rights away. I'm sure to get the severance. I didn't look at it too carefully. I was a little too naive. Yes, it's a portfolio. Yes, I think that's right. I think I can probably find a way to make it useful and even find a way to make some money from it while couching it in terms of a portfolio. I think you're probably right that there's a nice fuzzy gray area to live within, and enough to not have it be totally erased. I could resurrect some of it. I'm clever. I could come up with. There's so many ways of disguising things too. Yeah, exactly. Like, even if it just the buttons look different, like, oh, it's totally different. Look how different the buttons are. The people that run these companies are not fucking rocket scientists. They're just not. So, I wouldn't be too worried about it, and it's been so many years that I think it's implausible for anyone even to really make the connection. Yeah, they're really truly not rocket scientists. Oh man, I saw it firsthand. It got pretty ugly there towards the end. Really, really ugly. There were some really, really bad blood on the different factions in the company. But I think it's been a few years. I mean, I was laid off from them in 2016. That was 10 years ago. No one gives a shit about what they were doing 10 years ago. The company's totally changed directions. I've changed. They've changed. Old people are gone. They're doing different stuff now. I think people just wouldn't care. No one would even notice if I did something.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't be a big deal. Once you get high up enough up there, then you get really silly really fast. Yeah, I saw some really bad behavior on the part of executives and middle managers who were, they're for good reason in some ways. We were the cool kids, and they were the old-fashioned textbook folks, and we were the cool educational technology kids that got all the press, and so there was some bad blood, and they finally got their revenge when they saw us all getting laid off. So it was very vengeful, I would say. Not totally undeserved, probably, but it did get ugly. Yeah, I did witness some how to put it, ressentiment. Let's couch it in French terms. There we go. Yes. Par for the course. Yeah, I think exactly. I think more importantly, I think that the technology has changed. So the mere fact that Flash went away and everything was done in Flash, and if I make it look different and make it function just a little bit different, even if it's basically the same behind the scenes, the number of people out there who would notice that is very small, and they're either dead or retired at this point. It just, no one would even notice. It's been so many years, all the people that were on that logic team, even at the Cengage level, they're all gone now. A couple of regime changes have happened at that company, so they don't know who I am. Yeah, I could totally fly under the radar and do that. I wouldn't be too worried about that, frankly. Yeah, I think that's probably right. Now, that does sound familiar. I mean, somewhere in a box, I probably have the papers that I signed when I was laid off. Well, I can't do it myself. I need someone who can, redevelop the things that I worked with them to develop. I'm a baby programmer compared to being able to write a proof checker tool and write a rendering engine that ingests XML. Like, I don't know how to do that. I can learn it, but someone else could do it very easily, and I cannot do that very easily. So it's a non-trivial effort, and I don't have any money to throw at it. So whoever wants to play along, they have to play along on the hope that it goes somewhere someday, and that's a lot to ask in these specious financial times. And everyone's working on their own things too. You know, the people that have those skills, they already have their own ideas. They have their own projects they're working on, right? They have their own startups they're trying to start. So why the heck would they jump on my train? I need them more than they need me, in other words. Can I have you a fly from my wallet in these trying times? Exactly. Cries an artist. Exactly. That's it. Exactly. You know, I've got big dreams, and I do know how to do it because I've done it before. I made something really successful. But it takes a couple people to tango in that environment, and it would just have to be an act of faith on someone's part that it's worth the time to do it. It might go nowhere, and they might just lose a bunch of time that they could have been spending on something else that would make them a lot of money. So it's not clear at all how to motivate someone to want to jump on a train like that out of an act of faith. I'm not sure I want to jump on that train out of an act of faith. It might be a couple years down the tube for me too. That might still go nowhere. So. And there are a lot more players in that field too. There are a lot more educational technology companies now. A lot of crap out there. There's not a lot of good educational technology companies, and you know, I know how to make good stuff, but it's all about sales. And I remember chatting up the people that were there when Applia started, and asking, you know, what are the things you learned? And they said, you know, we didn't really become successful until we were able to hire more salespeople. They had a great product, but they couldn't sell it. They weren't getting enough points of contact. So they went back to their investors and they got $2 million more on top of the millions that already put into the company to hire 10 salespeople. And then 10 salespeople were able to, you know, get some traction, and they started selling stuff, and then it became profitable. Then it became massively profitable. So it got sold to Cengage at top dollar. But yeah, they didn't become successful until they could afford to pay 10 salespeople to be on the phone with professors all day, you know, talking up the stuff that they were making. And even if you make something cool, you may not be able to sell it because you're not getting enough points of contact with people. And professors are stuck in their ways. They're not anxious to try anything new generally. So, you know, education moves at the speed of molasses. So there are a lot of barriers. They're all solvable, but it all has to come together in the right mix to make it happen, right? Yeah, funny when you hire an adequate amount of staff, you actually make more money, right? Lord, I wish companies would know that these days. Yeah, if you pay your people enough and have enough people, then you can actually get shit done and make more money. So stop laying people off, dummies. Exactly. And pay them enough. Oh man, it's so sad to see. I mean, it was already being deconstructed back then, because you know, layoffs were the norm then too. But you know, man, I do kind of yearn for the days I didn't get to witness, the 30 years in the gold watch, where you could work for the same company and just be stable and do good work. And it is rather exhausting. So yeah, I'm Uber driving. I could be making logic content for people to use and philosophy content and inventing cool things, but no, I'm fucking Uber driving and streaming World of Warcraft and selling cross-stitch patterns on Etsy because, you know, that's what it takes to make a living when you can't find a fucking job these days. So, you know, it's so bizarre, you know. We are living in some kind of dystopia for sure. You know, while we're losing our liberal democracy before our very eyes at the same time. So, you know, it's crazy stuff right now. I don't know, but it'll get better. These things come in cycles, and this is a particularly troublesome cycle, but it will cycle back, and we will get through it. But at least I get to stream WoW. That's true, actually. You know, I am doing some cool things. I programmed a video game. I've got my own little side businesses. They're not making a ton of money, but they're making some money. More than other stuff I used to try to make money back in the day. And little by little, it's working. And, you know, I do have, even though Uber driving is time consuming, I have a lot more freedom, mental freedom to do other things than other people I know do. So part of me feels like I'm living the good life, and part of me feels like a complete and total failure. So,
you are not a complete and total failure.
Oh, I appreciate that. But it's... Professionally, it does feel a bit like professional failure, but you know, what do you do? But at least I get to stream WoW, that's true. And talk to you fine folks. So So if you have any ideas about how to, get an enterprise like that off the ground, I'd love to hear them. But I have also, I just sort of feel like, I don't know, I'm middle-aged now. I was like, that really what I want to spend the next few years of my life working on, do it all over again? It's like I kind of sometimes feel like that was a phase of my career and of my life that probably isn't coming back. But I am entrepreneurial by nature, so if it turns out I could make a lot of money doing it, I would burn the midnight oil and make it happen. But it's not obvious that that's the right thing to do at this point in my life either. So it is to some extent a younger person's game. Although, with the right people to play along, if I could find someone who really got the vision of what I wanted to do with it and had the technical acumen to sort through the old code that I used to work on and the old files and figure out how to kind of piece it all together into something new that is different enough to where it's not, an obvious ripoff, but similar enough where you can make good use of the, use the work that went before as a stepping stone. It would be a really interesting project to try to resurrect it and do it in a way that's a little smoke and mirrors, so it's not just, so we stay in the nice, safe gray area. You're an artist that left the game dev sphere to try to make it on your own as an artist, and some months are great, some months are awful, and some months you feel like a professional failure, and some months you feel like a god. That's about right. I think that's right. That about sums up.
Yeah.
I have a little Promethean, godlike hubris for sure, but then I'm a bit like Sisyphus, having to push that rock uphill every day as well. So I'm somewhere between Sisyphus and Prometheus. Make of that what you will. When I talk about it, I get excited about it because it would be a really interesting payback to come back and just dive back in and take back. Even if it was just, I'd be happy. My own products, they made about $2 million a year. And just the content I created, regardless of what the rest of the company was doing. And it would be interesting, even if it was a tiny little company that only made $1 million or $2 million a year. I could live with that. I don't need to be a $200 million company. I'd be happy being a $2 million company. I'm modest. Been worse through this winter, been overcast nonstop. Yeah, that hasn't helped me too, actually. I really like the overcast weather, but it does take its toll on my energy level and attitude for sure. Yep, rough to push the rock up the hill, but you got to do it. That's it. Tomorrow I'm taking the day off, but Monday I got to go out and Uber drive. I got to do the same the rest of the week, and I got to do the same the week after that because we have a little work trip coming up. So we got to get some ducks in a row and get a few extra dollars in the bank before we take our Susan's work trip. And just push the rock uphill every day. Fred Flintstone running underneath my car every day. That's what I got to do. Over here going hell yeah, I can make 6K on this project, and I'm just pleased to make enough to survive the year. That's what it's like right now, where it's tax season's coming up. It's oh god, I gotta pay taxes, and I didn't save enough for taxes. I know it. I gotta pay off some things, and oh my god. But thankfully, I was smart enough to put some money in my retirement accounts when I was making good money. So there is a chunk of money in our retirement accounts, and they will grow over the years if I can just leave it in there and let it do its thing. It'll be fine in the long run. But another ad. Yeah, ads.
Mm-hmm.
I know ads are they break the flow of conversation. Part of me thinks I should lay out the inside of my house a little better to reflect the outside of the house, but this is like the TARDIS in Doctor Who. It's bigger on the inside than the outside. Oh, hey, thanks for following. I appreciate it. Every bit helps these days. It really, really does. You know, even tiny little things help a lot. It's hard to overstate that. When you're breaking even every month, every little bit helps, right? So I appreciate it. Oh yeah, I've got the Prime sub too. I use that on. You can only do one at a time, right? No big deal. Add over. So, yeah, it's. I was just saying it's. It is a grind, but you're right. I do have a lot going for me. I still have all the skills, I have all the experience, but it's frustrating because I really gather from all the conversations I see about education on LinkedIn and Facebook groups and, you know, even people I know, disappointingly, the winds have really changed in education. Education is, right now, it's a combination of everything's about artificial intelligence or everything is about skill-based learning. And that's all, or job training. You know, those are the things people think of as education. And so it's really difficult to convince anyone to care about anything I find interesting about education, the humanities, or even logic, you know, just somewhat skill-based. It's just, this is not the age of being where it's easy to be a polymath. People just do not value knowledge for its own sake. They don't value education for its own sake. It's very, very pragmatic because these are very, very pragmatic times. Rightly so, these are difficult times. But I just find that increasingly, the older I get and the less involved I am in the trends in education, the more bothered I am by those trends. And I veered away from the things, even things I used to say about education 10 years ago. And I have to kind of realize that I'm the one who's changed. I don't fit in anymore. The industry has changed and the mindset has changed and the world of education has changed. And I'm the black sheep. I just don't have the same values as people that work in that industry to a great degree. And yeah, people just don't care about actually learning. And yeah, absolutely. And that's why your mother left teaching. I get that completely. I mean, I was teaching off and on for the last many years as well. I sometimes teach at community colleges. I'm not teaching now, but I was teaching a year ago. And man, even at the colleges where people are supposed to care about education, it's so bureaucratic and so uninspired. And these are people that should have a higher view of what education is, and they just don't, to a large degree. So even where you should have a safe haven for that kind of mindset, not really. But part of the problem is that there's at least a generation of people that they were themselves young when that change started to happen, and now they're in the prime of their career, and they're the ones in charge. They're the 30-year-olds and the 35-year-olds that were raised that way to some extent, and now they're in charge, and they literally just have no understanding of another way of thinking about education because they grew up in it, and they're old enough to have careers now. And so, yeah, they don't even see that it's a problem. Saddest part you've seen in the younger generation is that people who fail to ask the question that every child knows, why? Yep, and if they do ask, they don't know how to utilize the information they get to apply it. A wise former boss of mine told me that, and I hated this at the time, but I think it's true. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's not true. That in the corporate world, and maybe by extension the world of education, the narrative matters more than the reality. I remember him telling me at one point, he said, Zach, you keep making the same mistake. You keep focusing on the reality of the situation, and it's the narrative that gets stuff done. It's what makes the money flow. It's what makes projects get done. And, when you're in a meeting, when you're in whatever, you got to just focus on the stupid narrative that's being built. And then the next day you can come to work and focus on the reality. But it's all about the narrative because it's what makes the dollars flow. And for people that just like to do good work and get shit done, that's a very, very frustrating realization that the narrative outweighs the reality of things. And there are some popular narratives in education that are built on some blatant falsehoods, but they are where the winds are blowing. And it's very difficult from my, frankly, unemployed state to take those narratives seriously when I'm not living them day to day to day to day to day. So I am finding it hard to inject myself back into the scene and go with the flow of the narrative. And in job interviews or even in conversations with former colleagues, just like, I just don't see it that way anymore. I just don't share those values. I don't think that's the right way to think about education. It's not the way I would be spending time or money or effort or whatever. Here's what I would do instead. And it just doesn't resonate on either side. So I'm having a real trouble having meetings of the minds, even with people that I have every reason to have a meeting of the mind with. And I just had to realize that I'm the one who's changed. I don't live those narratives every day anymore. You struggled so hard with narratives, falsehoods, and the feeling that your values clash with the higher management. Yeah, it's, to some extent they have to, right? I mean, the people that work on the ground are the ones who care about the reality, and they get shit done. So there's an inherent class struggle, for lack of a better word, between employee and management, right? Or as Marx put it, labor and capital. But it's that, and that's an irreducible tension that will always be there. But at least I felt like at least 2 companies I worked for, Cengage, Applia, but Applia, the technology company, and I used to work for an instructional design company called Hot Chalk. They don't exist anymore. They were bought out and dismantled as well, which seems to be what happens. But for at least 2 companies, I felt like there was at least a unity of purpose between employee and management and the corporate level, at least at the level of the little company. Parent companies don't understand shit. But I really get the sense that in the all the job interviews I'd had, and I've stopped getting interviews. At a certain point, I realized that, man, they just don't seem to care about my experience. They don't seem to care about my view on things. They have this tiny, tiny little window into reality based on what their little company's doing. It's mostly bullshit. And so no meeting of the minds. So yeah, it's really difficult. I wish I had an answer for myself or for the world, but I don't seem to have my, I think I have a good finger on the pulse of what the problem is, but I don't have any solution for it. So more like 99% bullshit. Yeah, you're right. And it's hard because, when you see that, you go, it's all 99% bullshit. It's easy to sound like the pessimistic, negative, defeatist kind of person, but, it is 99% bullshit. I'm the most optimistic person there is, and if I'm saying it's all bullshit, there's a problem, right? You know that. I'm the most optimistic person you know, probably, and if I'm saying it's all bullshit, there's a real problem, and I don't think it's me. Yeah, I'm disillusioned with corporate, but yes, and it's not just us. There's a great many people I do know that have just thrown their hands up and gone, we don't have the fucking answer either. A lot of the people I've worked with have gone back into teaching, probably to their financial detriment. And I have had 1 foot in teaching and 1 foot out of it. My feet are both out of it at the moment, but I could inject myself back into it at some point. But a great many of the good people, the really competent people I used to work with, the competent folks, almost none of them have a corporate job now. They're all doing something different. They can't hack it either. No one has found the formula. It's not just me. And there's some solace in knowing it's not just me.
Exactly.
But it's still easy to feel like a failure some days. Not today. Today I'm having a nice day. But some days I feel like a failure. When I'm driving around my Uber car not making enough money, it's easy to feel like a failure. Monday I'll feel like a failure. Today I'm having fun. Tomorrow I'm having fun. I always have a good time. I'm actually pleasantly surprised at the amount of philosophy conversations I get to have even while driving an Uber. People have taken a philosophy class or heard something or read something or have some issue on their mind, and I get to be a little armchair philosopher and sometimes an armchair psychologist even while driving Uber. It's a lot of fun. It's been a nice reminder that the vast majority of people in the world are just nice, ordinary people going about their business, doing nice, ordinary things, and the world goes on. Who cares what happens in the education world? Old ladies still need to get to their doctor's appointments, and there's a tangible reality to that kind of helping that education never quite captures, even at its best. So, it's also reminded It is like a research project. Yeah, that's exactly right. It is very much like, it's like practical existentialism. Like, I'm out in the world doing something real and concrete, not pie in the sky or head in the clouds or off in some platonic heaven. This is, something genuinely tangible, and it's a matter of re-injecting myself in a playful way back into the real world where real things matter and not the stupid things philosophers think about. So it is remarkably like a research project. That's right. It's like a playful research project, playing at being a Heideggerian being in the world, in der Weltsein, as Heidegger put it in German. That's what it feels like. I'll probably write a book about it one day. I've been thinking about it, called Philosophy on the Go or something like that. Or Übermensch, Nietzsche's term, Übermensch. That would be a great play on words, right?
Yeah.
That's like just begging to be written. A book about a philosopher Uber driver called Übermensch. Oh man, what a fun book that would be. If you don't make it have a shiny red cover, exactly. Oh man, it's I wish I had the answers, but in the meantime, life goes on and make a little money. And another former boss of mine, the TF2 wait, the what? What is TF2? Another former boss of mine. When I was in high school and college, I worked at Radio Shack way back in the day. From my senior year of high school until I left for grad school, I'm still friends with my old boss from Radio Shack. I've known him 31 years now. And he told me, Zach, you got to remember, you're already 47. You're basically in a countdown to age 70. You got some money in your retirement plan. You're going to get Social Security. Your retirements are going to grow your investment accounts are going to grow for the next 25 years. If you can just stay afloat until you're age 70, you're going to be fine. So it's very easy to kind of... Oh, Team Fortress 2. I've never played it. It's a game where the medic can ult and give someone an invuln buff. Oh, invulnerability buff. Can ult? What does ult mean? I know, I'm such a bad gamer. I only really play World of Warcraft and some retro games, so I don't know some of the lingo. And I'm old. Not old. Students always say, "You're not old." We're not old.
We're not old.
No, I know. I was kind of
older
born old,
than you, and I'm not old.
Oh, when he does, he screams, "I am the Übermensch." Got it. Okay. So yes, I don't know what I'd call the book. Either Philosophy on the Go or the Übermensch, something like that.
Oh,
It's a fun play on words, isn't it?
Yeah.
So an ult would be the equivalent of lay on hands or other 10-minute CD equivalent. Okay. So I guess all I was saying is that it's easy to lose perspective. I'm in the habit of thinking of myself like a poor philosophy grad student, but the reality is I've had a career. It's maybe a short career, but it's been a career, and I have some investment money, and that's going to continue to grow. And as long as I can just maintain the status quo, the growing things are going to grow, and I still have a career, I still have the skills. There's no need to panic, but that's not how I was raised. I was raised by a single waitress mother. We never had enough money, and so it's very difficult to remind myself that it's okay. If the status quo is fine, it's no reason to panic. But I find myself living in kind of mental panic mode about it most of the time. So, it's always a specter of just being an unemployed philosopher for the rest of my life and, driving Uber and, working at Starbucks or something. But, even that's not too bad. I like being a barista. See our previous conversation about espresso machines. I also would like to own a coffee shop one day. I've always wanted to have my own coffee shop. So, oh yeah. We have it so much better, and it's very easy to forget. We have it so much better than people in the Great Depression. We can literally make something out of nothing. I can get in my car and I can make a couple $100 on any given day. I can make my cross stitch patterns and I can make some money doing that. I mean, hell, even playing WoW, like I'm getting pennies trickling in. There's so many ways of just making money literally out of nothing. It's so incredibly postmodern, and we have all these resources that people in the Great Depression just did not have. So even at our worst, we're doing better than people in the 30s. So it's really okay. Exactly, right. Yeah, I'm glad you think I'm easy to listen to. I did do podcasting for a while, too. I had a podcast on Star Trek and philosophy for a long time. I did 100 episodes of that. I'm also a ham radio operator, so I've been talking into a microphone my entire life, so I'm very used to talking into a microphone. When I started podcasting, I became aware of some of my own verbal quirks, and I've had to try to train myself out of those. I'm not perfect at it, but I'm better at it than when I first started podcasting. So I'm glad you think I'm easy to listen to, because there's a lot of things that have gone into that. Ham radio and podcasting and teaching all affect one's ability to be easy to listen to, I think. Oh God, don't let your husband find that podcast and never hear the end of Star Trek stuff. Well, I'll give you a link if you really want it. No, if you don't want to. If you want a link, I'll give you the link. If you don't want it, that's okay too. It was on the Trek.fm podcast network, and already a Trekkie doesn't need to be worse. Yeah, it's... there's some things I like about having done it. I'm very proud of the conversations. We talked about topics I never would have come up with when I first started doing the podcast. It was a lot of work, a couple hours of prep before the episode, a couple hours of recording the episode, several hours of editing each episode because we did a multi-track recording, a couple hours of production work for every episode every week. And yeah, it was like a part-time job on top of all the work I was doing. And I'm glad I did it, but I think streaming is a little more low-key. I can still, get my kicks talking to people and making content without all the production stuff that was just tedious. And it didn't make any money because it wasn't a monetized podcast. It was literally just kind of time down the drain. I'm very, very proud of it, though. But and there were topics I would like to have done, but my co-host actually wrote a novel and had it published, and he's working on his second novel. And so he got busy doing that, and my podcast kind of stopped, and then I got busy with other things and never really picked it back up. And now we're really in different places and doing different things, so it's not coming back probably, which is fine. But there are things I would like to have discussed that on the show that we just didn't get a chance to because it stopped at a certain point, and I had other topics in mind. It's all, this is a little more interactive, right? And we can have a conversation with random people, and there's always a kind of acclimation period when you have new conversations, right? You don't know each other yet, so you got to kind of feel out how the conversation goes. But it's also more spontaneous as a result, and a little more lively. That's why Socrates didn't like writing. He thought it killed the liveliness of philosophical conversation. Plato loved writing, but Socrates didn't. As far as we know, didn't write anything. Didn't like the way in which that predictability of writing kind of killed the philosophical lifeblood of conversations. So so streaming feels a bit more lively. Well, shall we? I think we need to call it a night. Probably it's getting late over here.
Yeah.
And but we're going to be off tomorrow, and I'll probably be back on tomorrow. Let me follow you guys as well. So give me a sec to. Oh, I think I might be at my follower. Am I able to follow people? Can't tell. I might be at my limit. Oh yeah, I'm at my follow limit. So give me a sec. I'm going to go to Twitch and unfollow a couple folks real quick. Go where the winds blow here. Don't go anywhere yet. To Twitch we go. Let's see. One sec here. Yeah, I try to stream every time I'm in the game now, and it's not every day, but we do stream several times a week.
Yeah.
For sure. So mostly in the evening, but sometimes on other days. So let me just find some. Who can I get rid of here? Let's see. Clear up a couple of slots here.
Spend the morning with me, but I woke up feeling
I hate all these ads on Twitch. I know you guys have to deal with the ads too, but... Oh, it held a message for... Oh, no, that's a lot. Sorry, a message was held there for some reason. But sometimes the automatic filter is out of line. So, half a sec. Oh yeah. Discord's the best way. So yeah, both of you guys join the Discord if you haven't already done so, because that is by far the best way to get a hold of us. Okay, now I should be able to follow. Did that work? I think that worked. And follow. Okay, I think we're good. If not, I'll find you guys later. But yeah, well, thanks for tuning in, you guys. I wish I had better news on all the difficult topics we've covered economically and whatnot. But in the meantime, we got World of Warcraft. We got good conversation. Future's wide open. Lots of possibilities. We're just gonna have a good time every day. I think the older I get, the easier it is just to let things slide too. It's like, some of the issues in the world are bigger than I am, and I can do my little part, but I can't solve them all. So I'm just going to do what I can do, and if that means I struggle a little bit along the way, at least more often than not, I've chosen the path of authenticity. And compared to other people, I think I've done a pretty good job with that, and I'm very proud of that, even if it hasn't always been the best financial move. I mean, studying philosophy was not probably the wisest financial move to begin with, but that's okay. Like I say, to restate that quote from John Stuart Mill, it's better to be Socrates dissatisfied than a pig satisfied. So I think more often than not, I've chosen the right path. I've created some difficulties for myself along the way, but everything turned out all right in the end. So
exactly,
it's all good. Well, you guys have a really good night, and thanks for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. I'll look for you guys in the future. Don't be shy about saying hi at any point, anytime you catch us on. I sometimes do some retro streaming as well, so I'm a huge fan of the old Texas Instruments TI-99 4A home computer system that I had when I was a kid. So I often do some retro streaming and retro gaming and retro programming on using an emulator for that system as well. So if I'm not streaming Warcraft, I'm probably doing something like that, but feel free to say hi in any case. Yeah, you can see it on my YouTube channel. If you follow the link to my YouTube channel, you can see a bunch of examples of what I'm doing on the TI-99 4A as well, if you're familiar with that system. I loved that system when I was a kid. I still love it now. I have a real one, out in the living room, but when I'm streaming, I'm using an emulator because it's easier to stream with an emulator. But I still mess around with that system even 40 years later. So yeah, do check that out if you're familiar with that, and if you're not familiar with it, it's quite interesting. It's cool to see how people were using computers 40 years ago. Yeah, I still get off on writing cool little programs for that system. So, and thankfully retro is in right now. So the more retro stuff I do, the more people seem to like it. It's more popular than the World of Warcraft for sure. Every time I do retro streaming, I get more viewers and more views on my YouTube channel than anything I do with World of Warcraft. So maybe I just need to ride the retro wave. Like in bad times, that's what happens when times get bad. People get nostalgic, and so nostalgia is huge right now because things are so bad. So might as well ride the nostalgia wave while it lasts, because that doesn't last either. We'll get a new progressive wave here soon, but right now everyone's reaching to the past. I think some of those good things are really in danger of being lost. Oh yeah. I mean, people that have grown up in a totally technological world have no idea of all the hard work it took for people to build and invent and make those things. Yeah, people just expect stuff to work, and they forget that people had to invent everything around us that we just take it for granted as normal. Someone had to invent, and it's not easy to invent stuff, So yeah, people have no sense of. But thankfully, because of the ham radio stuff, I've always had a sense of the long-term progress of technology, right? I'm familiar with some of its origins, and I enjoyed some of the middle 20th century approach to technology, because I always had a retro streak, and my dad was a ham radio operator, my grandmother was a ham radio operator. So I was always felt a real attachment to the technology of yesterday, even when I was quite young. I got my ham radio license when I was 13 in the early 90s, and but I was using a ham radio from the 60s, and I used to hear all about things from my grandparents from before that, and so yeah, I even though I experienced the world of technology before the internet. I just had a better sense of the understanding of the history and progression of technology, and I'm just constantly fascinated by it. Now I'm a futurist at heart, but I hate to see the good things from the past get forgotten about. So I try to be a bit like the French philosopher Michel Foucault. If you know Foucault, he's a bit of a historian, diving into these nooks and crannies of weird parts of the history of knowledge and technology and whatnot. And I'm a little bit like that. I like retro stuff right now as well, and I have some ideas for some ham radio and or electronics things to do as well. And yes, I'm definitely a futurist and a Trekkie for sure. So it is an interesting blend of old and new in my thinking. And I think sometimes people get stuck in the present. They can't see past their own noses. I like to resurrect the past and constantly throw myself into the future and try to make something new that doesn't exist yet, even if it's a bit retro. But thankfully, retro is in. Oh, the stream died? Oh, well. It died. Did the stream die? Did the stream die? Or am I still?
Well, what does that mean?
I don't know. Is my character moving on your screen? We might have.
Oh, no. It's. Oh, wait. Yeah. You are.
Okay. I'm just going to say it in the chat here just in case. We're going to log off anyway. So have a great night. And we'll pick this back up next time. You guys have a good night, everyone. Come back again soon. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Sounds like a plan. I'm going to put it in the chat here. Perfect. Looking forward to it. Good night, one and all. Oh, it's back. Okay, well, in that case, have a good night, everyone. I really appreciate everyone tuning in. This conversation could go on all night, but we do need to get some sleep. But we'll pick it back up tomorrow, and or whenever, and we'll continue the conversation and solve all the world's problems in one fell swoop. With minds like ours, we can do it, right? Everyone have a really good night. Nice talking with you guys. Catch you next time.